so we are back. It's Deeply Opinionated Podcast. As you can see, I have some lovely, lovely guests with me. I have the ladies of the Single, Married, and Complicated podcast. I'll let them explain what that podcast is about.
Go ahead, explain.
We'll start with the single.
So, it's a dating and relationship podcast. So it was originally supposed to be called something else, but Kenya said, let's just name it our status. So I'm single, I'm Fee, and single is defined, how I define single is, I'm not exclusively dating anybody, I'm not committed to anybody, I'm just dating and just getting to know different people.
Okay. Well, I'm the married one. I mean, I'm not really going to define married. I'm just married.
Your definition of
me,
married.
him, and the pastor had a conversation. Really important conversation. And I'm Taylor. And go ahead.
And you married.
And I'm Taylor and I'm married.
And I'm Kenya. And it's complicated. I'm not complicated.
She's not complicated. It's complicated.
It's complicated. It's complicated.
But we are a dating and relationships podcast. We just finished our first season, season 1. We had 10 episodes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So Rose was on our podcast
episode
about cheating. So we talk about online dating, cheating, marriage, sex,
non-monogamous relationship,
monogamy.
Deal breakers.
It's a really good podcast.
Important things.
So just follow us on IG, Single, Married, Complicated on IG. We have a YouTube channel, Single, Married, Complicated. You can follow us individually. I'm at Natural Akua.
I think it's Katie Jackson, Jaxon.
Dang, I know, right? Mine, I think it's at Taylor Monet. But Instagram is at Single Married Complicated.
Yes. And we're on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you can listen to podcasts.
So really check them out. I was on the podcast. I loved it. Great conversation.
Yes.
A lot of open-minded women love having conversations with open-minded women. Those conversations always go places. So we're here today. I was on that podcast, so I was like, you guys come to mine too. So I invited them for this one because this is a really good topic. I brought this topic to social media maybe 2.5 weeks ago, and just the traction on it just was like insane. So I was like, man, we gotta do, because we had already had the next 2 podcasts lined up, so we already knew what the next 2 were gonna be. And I was like, man, we gotta do this because this, just the conversation on this was crazy. Because it was, the question is, what do men want? Do men want the fantasy woman with, who's half naked on Instagram, with a big booty and living that, that lifestyle? Or the woman, who's conservative, covers up, still looks attractive, still is, appealing to the man, but is more the conservative in the house type. So that was the question that was presented. Now, what I got, majority of them saying what I got, was a lot of women saying that men want the conservative, but they want to cheat with the fantasy.
Okay, yeah.
I disagree with that. I have a bunch of reasons why I think women said that, but we'll get into it as we're talking.
You said women said that. So what did the men say?
Dudes were saying both, but I challenged them too, because that's the easy way out, is to say both, right?
See, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say they do want both.
But let's define what is conservative, what is conservative type, and what is a fantasy type.
Okay.
Like so what is conservative?
What would you say there?
From your picture, you had Tracy Ellis Ross and like a
Lyrical.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would define a conservative woman just like not basic in a bad way, but like just your normal day-to-day female.
I was gonna say covered up.
Yeah,
like
covered up.
She's not revealing very much physically.
She's attractive.
Yeah.
But she's more just like conservative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy, to me,
Is you just leave no room for imagination.
But you said fantasy is like the going out type, always out, the IG type model.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the fantasy type. Or do you disagree?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the fantasy type is just the IG model. I just think that she isn't the typical girl that you see like at work or, you know what I'm saying, in the grocery store.
Right.
She seems like almost unattainable,
Right.
you know, when you think of a fantasy girl. I don't
So
know.
like fantasy would be like what? Bernice,
Burgos.
Burgos.
Okay.
Who else? Like for an
Lyrical.
example.
Lyrical.
your
Yeah.
IG models.
Miracle Watts.
Yeah, IG model. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what but that's when you think of a fantasy girl, that's what I was thinking. Like,
So fantasy
Yeah.
to you is somebody that you really can't obtain.
that
That's
most
just
men probably would,
wouldn't be able
Won't
to.
be able to touch.
Kind of
Attention
like
from
if your boyfriend said he got a crush on somebody famous. You kind of cool with that because you know he'll never be around.
Yeah,
Right.
He
Right.
can't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot, and like I said, well, dudes were saying both,
Right.
but I challenged them to that because it's easy to say both.
I don't believe that either.
Right. So I challenged them to that. I'm like, what do you mean by both? Like, explain what both is.
Yeah.
Because to me, you can't be both. You can't.
But why you can't be both?
Well, that's why I asked.
How can you be conservative
And fantasy?
and fantasy?
You can do both.
Well,
yeah.
the word fantasy is subjective. So,
Right.
so
That's what I was
you
gonna
can-
say. Like,
Because
But
I
I
would
did ask
say,
that, like, is it attainable? Like, do men
Right.
believe that it's an attainable thing? Like, are you a woman that could be a girlfriend?
Yes.
That could be conservative
And then can switch it
then
up.
be a fantasy.
yes.
But I don't think. I think you definitely can
I
switch
think
it
I'm
up.
both. I think
I
I'm
think
conservative
no.
and fantasy.
See,
Okay,
this is my thing.
okay.
I think you can switch it up, but you're not going to be that fantasy person that everybody sees. That's for him only. Like, you're not going to be on Instagram posting pictures like they posted. I think that's the point. Like, okay, yeah, anybody can be both
Yeah.
when you're at home or in the bedroom, but like when you out in front of other guys, you're not like that.
Right.
So I don't think that you'll say, yeah, we can all say we're gonna be both, but you're not just gonna be that naturally. Like, you're gonna probably be one or the other.
Right. And then, women you can't double down on both. You can't say that men want the conservative but cheat with the what's the name if you could be both. He's cheating with the other because this person can't be both. So that's why I think you can't be both. You have to like one or the other.
But that's just, it's such a harsh
Well, yeah.
limit.
Yeah, it's kind of,
No,
yeah.
let me tell you what it is, though.
Uh-huh.
I really believe that when you look at fantasy and you look at conservative, it's almost that fuck, marry, kill type of mentality,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
not
That's
like
what I
not
said.
the kill
That's what
part.
I mean, like,
Like,
harsh.
I
Like,
think
there's-
that they see the fantasy, and she might be the girl like say to cheat or they can fuck with, but they aren't going to marry or take her
Right.
home to mom.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So the conservative girl is going to be the girl that they're going to marry probably, and they would hope that can be both. You know,
Yeah.
when they're at home.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. No, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think men want what they can't have, so they're gonna always lean toward a fantasy, wanting that in some sense of,
relationship.
I think
Yeah,
that, but
like,
that's
they
like
want to-
that sounds like
and-
shiny ball syndrome to me.
I mean, but that's what they do. Like, I mean, because
Let me-
if you look around, like, I mean, if you, in my opinion, when I look at a lot of the rappers, I feel like they're corny. If they didn't have all the money they had, they would just be corny Bob, and they wouldn't be getting half the attention that they're getting because of the coin.
True.
So if you think about that in the aspect of men in general, most of them are super corny.
Yeah.
And so when they get to a status and they can garner women's attention out here, the exotic women or whatever, they feel like they've made it. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's what they initially want. But yeah, they do settle down with a conservative woman, or when they're dealing with the woman that's conservative, they know they got to step their game up. So they may tend to come toward those women last, when they know that they have to be serious.
Like so they looking for the fantasy, right? And once they
Right.
get that out of their system, now they're looking
They ready to-
for
yeah.
Yeah, because the
Potentially,
fantasy
yeah.
girls are girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like you look at a Lyra Galore. Like I think she was engaged to Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, yeah.
And they never got married. Like they're girlfriends,
Yeah.
and most of them it's like even Bernice Burgos. She's not married.
Yeah.
Right.
All of
and
these,
she's super
yeah.
attainable, low
She-
key. Like,
yeah.
it's seeming
Yeah.
like
Right.
at least, you know.
I just don't
She's a
think.
grandmother as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that they are the ones that, you know. Okay, one reason why I don't believe that most of them married, because I think that those fantasy girls, unfortunately, they have that stigma of being a groupie or like a hoe. Because men look at them and think that she can get anybody, she got options, and she's probably with all of those options. And I don't think that they look at them as.
But see, the way you just described that's how a lot of people would define fantasy.
Yeah.
Like they'll say that they're loose or they're attainable. Like
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
when you think of somebody that's conservative, you think in words like wholesome
Yes.
Mhm.
or
Wifey.
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
See, but that's what kind of confuses me sometimes. Is like, you know, like say like the fantasy woman, right? Those women mostly show their body, and I have this theory about social media, right? Is that you know people always hide behind I show you what I want you to see, not what's really going on, which I think is complete bullshit. A lot of people don't know by not telling us things, you're telling us something.
Right.
So if you are on social media and all you continue to do is show off your body, I really feel like those women have nothing else to offer. So
Well, you know, once you get your
because that's what you put on.
followers
That's what you
seeing
put
that,
on.
yeah.
That's what you put on
can't change
Instagram. Is what you want to show off.
Well, it's because it sells, like, and that's probably what a lot of them are doing it be for money, for like
And
you
the
know
likes getting
promos
paid.
and and the likes
Yeah,
and get paid and bookings. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
but see,
think
but I
that's the
also
reason
think
why.
that's smoke and mirrors. You know, I'm in the business, so the bookings and all that stuff. I know what they get paid. Some would leave with just a bottle. They got in free. Their friends got in free, and they got a bottle. And I ain't talking about like local people. I'm talking about hip hop stars. It's for the look. It's for.
I mean, you can tell.
I can post a flyer. I can post a flyer.
Yeah,
This and I can act like this club flew me out. No, you flew yourself.
yeah.
And they gave you $200 and a bottle and let all your friends get in free.
Damn.
So you get to take pictures, you get to post it up on the Instagram, and you make it look like
Like you
like
booked
you're
it
lit,
busy.
like
yeah.
you're lit. But they brought you to a club that's already lit on Fridays, whether
Yeah.
you were there or not.
Right.
So it's the look. So they'll take the loss for the look because it'll help them get another look going forward. But the glitz and glam of it, they don't be making money. So at the end of the day, like, is it really worth it? Like, think about all of these Instagram models that do Fashion Nova, and they're getting paid by Fashion Nova. But how much do you think Fashion Nova is paying
Not
1,000 models when they can just give Kim Kardashian a one check and sell out everything?
Right.
So how much do you think they're paying the Instagram models? $50
They probably
a
getting
post.
discount on clothes. They probably getting free
They
clothes
give them
if
free
anything.
clothes. Yeah.
Free
It's
clothes.
probably not even a money exchange.
Yeah.
Right, it's probably just
They give them a
clothes.
personal discount code.
Yeah, and they give them a box of clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably sending
They
clothes.
probably send them with
They probably don't even send them the clothes. That's what I'm saying. They
They
probably
do.
they probably just give
Yeah.
them a
They not
discount
being-
code,
Yeah,
and everything that they buy is 50% off.
Fashion Nova isn't that expensive. They
It's
probably
not
give
that
them-
expensive.
Nah, they
give
give
them
them
clothes.
clothes.
They
They
give them
probably
clothes.
For a
yeah.
fact, I know they give them
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, they probably give them
And they give discount codes for everybody else.
For everybody else. Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's just the fantasy part of it too. That we are also, but I think too, like men are so visual.
Yeah.
So like that's what they want. They want to see that. But that's not the girl they gonna want to be with. The man, he could be the most secure guy ever, but you ain't gonna really want to be with that girl knowing that like she gets all this attention
Yeah.
from guys. Like
Yeah.
okay, for instance, so Kanye West and Kim, when they got together, like he was dressing her,
He
wanted her to sexualize.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that, and now he's on this journey,
Right.
and she's getting all this attention,
You don't want
and
her
he
to-
don't want it now.
Okay.
Like he don't want her to
Now
have it.
let me hold on. Now
So
let me
like,
just-
wait,
Hold on,
so
I don't want to lose
Yeah.
forward from my point.
Like this.
wait, we gonna stay there.
as a man, I want to give that some context. So just like she said, most of these rappers are corny before they get the money, right? So they go for the fantasy chick because they think that makes them look cool. Because when they was in high school and the girl on the cheerleading team was speaking to them, they was embarrassed. Now I got money and this attention, I'm going to go get the cheerleader. So Kanye went and got the cheerleader as a cornball, who went and got the cheerleader, and then he's like, look at my cheerleader. He's showing her off. But now he's grown and he understands that that's not really what's up.
I get
Your
that
wife
too,
being butt naked
but
on
that way
magazines.
you can't really say that because you see a lot of pretty girls with some ugly guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly.
Because we got a bag.
No. I think a lot of it is because, like, okay, a lot of pretty girls, really pretty girls, are insecure. But when you
That's
can,
fuck.
yes, and so, but when you got this guy who isn't that good looking, he's going to boost you up and make you feel like you
A
are.
queen.
Yes,
Until
a
he start
queen.
feeling like he look good.
Yes,
they'll do that
exactly.
too.
But
Yeah.
They'll
They
turn
leave
you
you.
and then leave you, and then you be looking stupid. Like I thought I was like, I thought I put you on.
yes,
Right.
but that's how it is. That's exactly how you see a lot of pretty girls with like, dang, they didn't get how he pulled her.
Right.
You always thinking about that, and this is just
Because they did the right things. They said the right things. They brought the right gifts. They was there at the right time.
Mhm.
When she called, and then women, like, I feel like women in general, we can date men that aren't attractive. I've dated a man that wasn't attractive, but at the end of the day, like, I had fun. Like, I had the most fun of my life. Like, and it wasn't about that. Like, once you can have, like, you can meet a girl and be like, oh, she's not the most attractive, but she cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same with a guy. I feel like, once you around that person, you start seeing their personality, and then they start not being as rough to look
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like,
Or like, what is it called? Like sapiosexual. Like some people
Oh,
are
yeah.
attracted to
personality,
intellect.
Yeah.
So if you stimulate me and you're intelligent
Right.
and I can carry a conversation
Right.
with you, that's
Right.
more
You can
attractive
get past
than
it.
how you
Yeah.
actually look.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because a lot of people who are not surface level people, they understand that your physical appearance is just the introduction piece.
Right.
What's behind that is what matters. A lot of people sign up for that because just off of the introduction piece, and
Right.
you end up finding out that
Yeah.
that's it.
yeah, that's all they got.
It's just the introduction piece.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why when you meet the fantasy and you get to know her, you see that there's nothing beneath the surface. It's
Right.
like,
You
that's,
back, you back on the
They're
that's
not
it.
marriage material.
That's
It's
right.
like just a girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what's so crazy to me though is guys aren't really like that. Like girls, they use all these filters for their pictures and stuff.
Men use
Yeah.
filters too.
Not like that.
Not like
I
that.
just
They'll
not
give
like
you
that.
their little bumpy
Most-
faces.
But
Yeah.
every
They
picture
got
is
skin.
them with a hat on.
I think you are more likely to see the guy on Instagram and he looks just like he does in his
Oh, yeah,
picture.
that's true.
Except for the hat.
It's
Yeah.
The hat is a big
Except for the
throw
hat.
off. The
Thank
hat
you.
is a big throw
But
off.
then it's totally
Or
different
the
for me.
Beijing.
Yeah.
It's like,
He feeling in his beard.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Angling.
Right, that might hit him real
Like,
good
oh,
in that
no.
one pic. But then
you
you
You gotta
really
do in that
see
first
that.
date.
You really see that. I mean, you see him like, sir, he gonna look like that.
Yeah, for the most part.
Men have a serious letdown with a lot of women
Oh,
because
yeah.
they use a lot of filters. And so
Right.
I'm thinking even like,
Filters, angles,
Yes.
apps.
Yeah.
is that even part of the fantasy that women try to create for men?
But you know what?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Men are the reason, because like being out, like
Mm-hmm.
I've had, yes, because okay, so like I just, as of late, I've been wearing sweatpants, no makeup, and going out.
Okay,
And I
that's
had a
cute.
guy, okay, whatever. Hey, somebody else said it. It's like, you know, we should be.
Yeah.
All of y'all are still cute without makeup. So that's what I want to get to. That's what I want to get to. No,
There,
no.
let me
Well,
just
that's
say,
what I'm saying.
let me just say
Okay.
one statement. This man was like, I was out and this man literally stopped me and he was like, yo, you look nice. And I was like, all right, thanks. Like, all right, because the way he said it, yo. And so I turned around and kept on moving. And he was like, what you look like with something else on, with a dress on? I'm like,
when he said
Oh,
that,
yes,
and stuff like that.
why do guys feel like that's
Because most guys
necessary?
Because they're
The sweats
visual,
and the-
and then he's trying to
and
the-
visualize
Yeah.
you and
Yes.
what he wants you to wear.
Facts.
Because you left something up to the imagination.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I kept it
He's
right.
he's looking at what you have on.
But back to what you said about not wearing makeup and looking cute. You know, it was just about 8 years ago that y'all was just wearing lip gloss and y'all thought y'all was fine.
What's a little more than 8 years? Try it.
Just lip gloss.
Yeah.
Just lip gloss. It was on your keychain. Whenever your lips got dry, you hit it with the lip gloss and you was good.
Right.
But
But we was ready to wear makeup. I know I was ready. Like I
Y'all
wanted my
thought
liner,
makeup was for old people.
And like it's different. It's different levels. to
It
makeup
is different. It's
situations.
different levels, but I don't know now. I think when you're younger, you wear makeup for other people. When you get older,
absolutely.
you wear
wear it
makeup for
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for yourself.
Yeah,
That's definitely the
definitely.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
these girls that be doing all this, going to get these cool
Contour.
beats
And I don't know how
and
to
all
do it
that.
'cause I sweat, my face wet, and I don't know how they make it in the summertime.
And I don't want to put on
Okay.
all that makeup though. I do
Yeah,
a
it's
little,
a lot of
work.
a little foundation,
You taking a
a
whole
little
2
Right.
blush.
hours to
But
get
like,
ready and walk out
and
the
that's
door.
right.
And
Put
that's
forth the effort for a
Yeah.
skin regimen.
Because
You can.
if that's the
Yeah.
case, if I take my makeup off, I'ma still look like this. If
Right.
that makes sense. I'm not gonna look
Right.
Still gonna
like
look like a
drastically
different person.
a different person.
Or right.
So
Because
And
sometimes,
that
you
happens
know,
way too often.
there's skin issues and you want to cover it up
Mhm.
that you can't do anything about. And then sometimes, you just out here eating Burger King every day. You know what I'm saying?
I literally, like you were saying, I really think there's women wear all that makeup, and half the things that women wear, I think they just do it for other women. They
that's
don't be
true.
for us.
Women
It
dress
is
for other
women.
women. For
Absolutely.
real. They really
because
do.
we're very visual people as well.
They really
and
do.
We notice things, but
I think that when you
I
get a
think it's
certain
an
age, you
insecurity.
might.
You don't care.
I
don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
When I
but
walk out, I don't care.
but that statement is true. Like some
Yeah.
women dress for other women.
I think
Right.
girls dress for other women. I don't think
Yeah.
women dress for other
Okay.
women.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Right.
That's definitely
Yeah.
the difference.
Because for sure, like I could care less what somebody think about.
I
me.
know that's
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Because like when I be in the club now, I literally
But you
I
have
be
to be
looking
with
and I
the
be like, so I literally feel like I'm in the Matrix because everybody
You say
looks
that everybody
the
look
same.
the
Nobody
but that's
real.
how I felt
Yeah.
back when Mass. I don't know if y'all from Charlotte, but back when Mass was
Mhm.
having parties,
Mhm.
I felt like every dude had on the same shirt. It looked like a black Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Like, like everybody had on the plaid, but it was just horrible.
Yeah.
But that's
So-
true. Everybody got the 20-inch weave,
And the
straight,
legs
the
out.
part in the middle,
Yep.
Lace
Booties,
front, custom you,
Fashion
over.
lashes.
but
Yeah.
It's like a uniform.
And that's my whole thing. Is
Yeah.
it's like
And you almost like low key will be made to feel bad if you don't have.
If you don't have
Right.
to,
Yeah.
but think about it, how you
Right.
show up at work
Feel
without your
underdressed.
uniform.
Right.
You can stay home.
But no, I went to like this little young outing, like we went to Red, and it was
Mhm.
younger women there, and they all built like little figure eights, like. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what are you gonna look like when you are my age? Like, you're already a grown ass woman. Like, you have a body. I still ain't got body the way these girls got body, and some of it is fake, and then some of it is real.
But you can tell what's fake.
I think
And I'm just like,
Okay.
I
where
think
are they
that's-
getting it from? Like, is it
It
really
looks stiff.
in the hormones?
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely
did
the hormones.
did I miss it? Like,
yeah, the chicken went fucked up as bad as it is
Yeah.
now. So
sheesh.
they grew up on the
These
fucked
girls
up chicken.
got body. It's
The
crazy.
super fucked up chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just think I think that's I have conversations with guys all the time, and they just like yo, we shit on makeup all the time. We
Yeah.
shit on weave all the time.
Yeah.
Men are even got to the point now where you don't see no dudes posting big booty women as WCWs and all
But you
that
got
shit.
guys out here that prefer women with weave and long inches.
It's just
and
preference.
bias.
It's just your
Yes.
preference.
Yeah, but
They
it's like
say that, but
very
they don't
few.
want a short hair
Right.
chick.
Some
They
people
don't
don't
want you
like
to be
natural.
natural.
They
I'm
don't want
natural.
you. Yeah.
I'm natural,
You can
so.
do.
But have you
Right.
heard a man tell you that, or are y'all just assuming
No,
I've
that?
heard men. I've heard men say that they prefer.
Yeah, like when I used to date,
natural
they would be
women.
like, I don't like
Oh.
natural. Like you need to wear, wear weave.
Oh,
Like,
well.
Or I like my women with weave in, and I'll buy it. Like,
No, I don't. I'm with Taylor. Like when I wear my natural hair, like my twist sets
You get
and my
more
top, I
compliments.
get so
Yeah,
many.
you get
Oh
more
my god,
attention.
That's for grown men.
it's
From-
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Right, but who-
That's the
It's
difference.
crazy.
But why would
Yeah, when I was
why would we
younger-
address the boys? Y'all don't want the boys, so I don't even think about what the boys
When
want.
I was
But
young,
I'm saying,
like,
though-
even between the age of like 30, 28 to like 33,
Mhm.
30, whatever. I feel like
Yeah.
men were pushing the European agenda. Like there were men out there that was like, yo, I love the natural, but it was more guys like,
I don't think men was pushing it though.
Yeah.
I just think society was pushing it.
Yeah.
I don't think men was the
I
force
used to,
behind
you
it.
know, we used to be out here in a little with a group, and we used to talk about these things, and these guys definitely were preferring.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I never met them type of
who
niggas.
was the guy?
You don't know
Who
them?
was the guys?
You don't know them?
They're not elite niggas. I don't know them niggas. No.
That's what I mean. That's what
I don't know them
that's
niggas.
what,
But they
that's
went
what,
so
it
high.
don't matter.
I don't know
It's-
them.
That's what I be talking
No.
about.
I get it though. I get what you're saying, but I was trying to give country.
Yeah. In the group, we're in this Facebook group, and it's like it's just arguments.
But we
for
had a
days.
conversation with one of our friends. He said that he liked a woman that looked like his mama, natural,
Yeah.
normal sweatpants, a chick that can do both.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
But he said it was unrealistic to assume that someone could be both.
I think you can be both.
I do too.
Like Kenya
I feel
said,
like
I
me
do too.
personally, I
Well,
feel
everything's
like
possible. So,
I feel like I can be.
Yeah.
I'm more conservative, but I can definitely be a fantasy chick. But I'm not gonna be posting my body
So
and
then,
stuff like that on
let's get
IG.
your so what's your definition of a fantasy chick if you feel like you can be that? What is that?
It's
You would
just-
never
it's
post a
just-
bathing suit on Instagram? Is that what
I-
you mean?
I
Or
post-
you would never turn around and post your backside?
I mean,
Right.
I
Well,
think
she-
I posted
You
it.
done that.
You done did all that.
Oh, she the fantasy then.
Because then
You
No,
ain't
I'm not
conservative.
fantasy. I am conservative.
You false flagging.
I
I'm
think you
bold.
kind of walk the line.
I'm both.
Yes.
No,
I'm
yeah,
both.
okay.
I'm
You can kind of walk the line.
Uh-oh.
But see, let me tell you what's so crazy though. You can try to be both, but when you're curvy, the way that you
I can't hide
Yeah.
it.
you can't
I
hide
can't
that.
hide it. It is what it is.
Like I can post the same
You
picture
can't
and
hide it.
nobody's gonna be like,
Can't be hidden.
no.
"There's
It
not gonna be
can't
no
be
hidden.
hidden
Hide it.
because
It's
I don't
there.
want
We're talking about
curvy."
pictures that you select. It can be hidden. You
It
are
can
cropping
be.
and selecting your pictures.
No, I get
It
what you're
can be
saying with
hidden.
that, but I'm just saying, like when
I
you're
didn't say
out
like
and
it-
about
see,
walking,
yeah, that's different.
day to
That's different.
day,
That's
like you
different. You
can't
can't control that.
hide.
I post pictures with jeans on,
Yeah.
like I'm clothed, and my ass gonna show. I can't. It's out there. I can't.
I guarantee you.
I can't
I
hide
guarantee you. You can take a picture right now when your
No.
ass is not shown in the picture. I guarantee you can.
You see that joker from
You
the
can
front?
see it from the front. You can see it from the front.
I don't know.
Like
It's not the same, though.
like if no,
If you can see it from the front, then why turn around?
Okay,
Okay,
listen.
Everybody
Wait a
can.
minute.
I'm
You can
saying,
see it from the
if
front,
I
why
had
turn
a like
around?
that, I would never be from the front.
What I'm
Okay?
What I'm saying is
Just
that it
see my
can be
back.
seen. Like it can be seen. Like when you got an ass on you and
You
you
can't
stand
hide
a
it.
certain
It is what
way,
it
you
is.
can see that ass
You
from
can
the
see
front.
it, yeah.
The way your hips is sitting on the back of your legs in the picture from the front, you can see that it's
there's
ass
something
back there.
there. There's
Right.
a
But
situation.
if you can see it from the front, why turn around?
Listen, sometimes you need to see it more.
Why?
Clearly.
Why?
You need
But
to
my
get
thing
views.
is, it's
And
my body.
because-
Why do I need
Right.
to hide
Thank
that?
you.
It's
Thank
not
you.
right.
It's not like
Cuteness
just
out
because
there. I want you to see all the
Yes,
angles.
if I want you
Right.
to see my outfit, if it's from the side, you
And
still
you gonna
gonna
see
see
it.
ass.
Right.
I just think that men they sexualize stuff so much
Anyway,
that
right.
make women feel ashamed of their own body.
Yes.
Like she can't help that.
I can't help that. Prime example. Prime example.
But
If
you
I
ain't
wear,
conservative.
if I wear, listen.
Why is he over here amen you?
If I wear a crop top and some tights, and you wear a crop top and some tights, we're wearing the same outfit. I can't help that. It's gonna look different on me than it is on her.
Then don't
I
post
can't
the
control
picture.
that.
Don't post the picture.
No,
But
why shouldn't I not post a picture because of my body?
You should do whatever you want to do, is what I'm saying. But once you do that, just know what comes with that. That's all I'm saying.
I think sometimes though, like the attention that you get, you just like you said, you just can't help it.
Yeah.
You can't help it because you are curvy and you can't help that. That's not your fault.
Right.
And it shouldn't be your fault.
Right,
But
it's your
since
mama's fault.
It's
your
my
mama.
auntie
It's your mama's fault.
and grandma.
Blame them jeans.
But
Both
I would say you're right. You're right. In regular real life and your everyday walking around, yeah, you can't help that. But what you select and choose to pick and post to Instagram, that's something different.
Yeah.
But I
There-
think
there- I-
It's not.
you feel
It's not.
good about
It's not.
Right, but I'm saying there's
provocative,
a lot of women I know that's got ass for days. You look at their Instagram, you would never know they had an ass because they just don't post pictures like that at all.
And they have that right.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has that right, but I'm
You have
saying,
that
that's what I'm saying.
Because I mean, I don't have a lot
If you're
of
in the
ass.
Instagram world, you can't complain about the Instagram rules. You gotta play by the rules. That's the rules of the game.
So it
So if
really
you're,
all just depends on
who you dealing with.
Right.
Right.
Because conservative can be sexy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
if you are alluding some type of mystery about you, you're drawn in. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're not giving
Right.
it all away
right,
to me right
Right
up
now,
front.
but
So
do-
I need to know more about you.
Yeah.
You covered up. I want to know what's underneath.
right. It's
But-
intriguing.
Like
do you
what
think-
Odu said to you
Yeah.
with the body contract.
Yeah.
It's
He
intriguing.
want to know what's
What you
underneath.
look like.
Something
Yeah.
right. And
It's
still
He
intriguing.
was too conservative for him, but he still
Right.
found it attractive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he seemed my head gets smaller because I was out there. But like, do you think like women that are the fantasy can be the conservative girl? Do you think it's easy to transition that way? Like
I
as
think
a
that
woman
once
who
you
is
once
just
you the
body.
fantasy, once
Yeah.
that's your lifestyle,
You
it's
get
kind of hard for you to
once you
retract.
bring back in there,
The
yeah.
Retract
had a
that
guy
kind
who,
of-
like I was saying, told me like he was like he's dated strippers, and when they've like gone to church or when they've dressed up to be at a family function, it was like hard for them.
Uncomfortable.
Like,
Yeah, they
you
feel
know,
Yeah.
be clothed and because they're used to a certain amount of attention.
Yeah, most
It just
definitely.
wasn't there, you know. So
Yeah,
And
that
I was
person needs
like-
counseling.
Who? The guy?
The person who needs attention like that.
Oh yeah.
When
You
you
know,
when you can't be yourself because you're not getting the attention that you used to get, you need to go talk to somebody.
But I do think it is still hard for them because like you take like a Black China. I think, you know,
Oh,
to
God.
see her out there, like she was going to church at one time and you could tell she just looked very uncomfortable
Right.
in some of the
Yeah,
stuff
she
that she was
definitely
trying
church
to
work.
cover up or whatever because that's just not who she is. And it's probably still would be hard to see her switch from
Yeah.
being, you know, Black China to Angela, whatever her, you know, her name is.
Right.
'Cause that's her name, like,
Angela,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think this is because we would just judge her from her past.
Yeah.
But we
And that's
don't
the thing.
we don't judge
Yeah,
Kim K.
Yes, we do.
She's
Kim
still
Kim K be covered up now
No,
and
she
she be
ain't.
looking
She's
good.
still out
she
there.
don't
She
be
still
covered
be
up.
showing her
I think
whole
she should
body.
still judge
And
her.
she said that
But-
she's going to do that as long as her
Continue.
body looks like
I think
that.
that
She's
she-
going to
I
forever
think
take
she
things
is
that
very
way.
Lay on the
intelligent.
table.
Oh, yeah,
She is very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
think
knows
she
exactly
is
I don't
a
know
great
why.
businesswoman.
Come from a smart ass family.
If I'm making money
But
this way,
wait a minute, can we actually look past the sex tape because she has evolved
But
from
it's
it.
some people that know
Yeah, but
her,
she
her
knows
fame
that.
and don't
Stepping
even know that she's had a sex
Yeah,
tape.
so like
Right.
it's not.
But it ain't even about that. I mean, it's just the simple fact that she still sells sex. Like,
well,
after
let's be
all
honest
these
though.
years.
Well,
She still
she
can be
used the
conservative.
sex tape.
down a little.
She has been
She's toned it
conservative
down,
lately.
yeah.
So she is doing both.
She's
Only
doing
because
both.
she's doing the lawyer thing.
But she still looks good.
She look good
Yeah, she's
though.
gonna look good at anything. She
So I
does.
think
She
I
look
think
good
it is
covered
possible
up.
for
She
you
look
to do
good.
both.
See,
She's
She's
a
a
good
rich
But
woman.
then
She
when
looks
she
really
goes
good.
out for a party, she's back in the
Oh yeah.
But see,
yeah.
I think Kim is sexy. Like she wears like I guess skimpy type clothing, but it looks good on
Yeah,
her.
I don't
She-
think it's like she
it's not
takes it to
slutty.
where
It's
she-
not.
It's still.
It looks
a little
good.
classy.
Like that's sexy to me. So.
She wears cute things. Don't
She
get me
do.
wrong. She does.
Yeah.
But she also has
But, like, Black
things, like,
China-
sometimes you just need to like,
Yeah.
you know, your children.
But what about men? Like fantasy men. 'Cause
Fantasy
they,
men,
'cause
let's
they
talk
out
about it.
there. Let's
Who?
talk about that.
Name one, sis. Who?
I mean, just I don't know.
Oh, now y'all don't know.
Fantasy
But like I
men.
feel like
You know, I think
Um,
but like that you wouldn't even probably think about it.
Who?
B.O.B. He is so
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
To me.
Oh,
Yeah,
B.O.B.
yeah.
I ain't heard from him in a while.
but I feel like
He just
it's-
did an interview with Joe Budden, but I don't know if it aired yet. But yeah, he's always been so attractive, but weird.
Okay, fantasy men ghosts.
Ghostface.
From
She's like
Power.
From
Ghost of
Power.
Oh,
So y'all
no,
talking
he
about
corny
looks?
down when he did that whole.
That's
I
what
don't even
fantasy women
consider
is.
him,
Looks,
like,
right?
He
There's
just.
also their morals
I lost
too.
all my with him. I don't know what it was that
it's
took
something
it.
about him that just is off.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
one else. Like,
I think Amari Hardwick is
Amari, he
fine.
is fantasy. He is fantasy.
but I mean I guess that's a good example because not every guy I guess fits that form
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
how he looks.
He's short though.
But
He's
do
short
women
and
really?
tall.
But do like you see how the conversation just calmed down? So do women feel the same way about fantasy men? Like,
I don't even know, but see, that's the thing.
I mean,
I
I
don't think
don't
there is fantasy.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
saying.
don't think
I
so?
really think
I
there
feel
are
like
fantasy men.
I mean, I can't like I don't be on Instagram that
Like
much
Trey
to like
Songz?
sit there and
I don't
like
like
name
him.
everybody.
See how hard,
But
see
there
how
are
hard it was for
men-
y'all to name them?
I'm being honest. I think
Okay.
Russell
hard.
Wilson is a fantasy guy. Cause I just don't think they make it like him. Like she just got her a leprechaun. Like Sierra did really good. But I just don't think that.
see
But she
my.
went after who liked her a little bit too, because based on her track record, that would have never been anybody
Yeah.
she went with. And he always had a crush on her, and he went after her. She gave the person that she probably never would have gave a chance, and that's what allowed her to win. I mean, how many times are we not doing that in life?
Yeah.
Giving
But
the
I'm
cornball
like,
a chance.
That's what was told us, said that we all have somebody right now that we
That
can
will
call
give you the world, give you that little world,
Tell them
honey.
bring
But
your
you don't want
toothpick.
it. Yeah,
And they'll bring it.
They'll bring
Yeah.
it, but
You don't want nothing to do
they
with it.
don't want nothing
They
to
teach
do
you
with them.
yellow or something petty, something
Short.
stupid,
Something,
something little.
something.
Right. They be short. You can't get you remember.
But I think I think a female fantasy man is like Russell. Like he's established. He's wholesome. He's a good guy. Like I wouldn't say.
That's fantasy to us.
Is it? I'm asking.
So
That's what
men
we
who have their
deserve.
shit together is a fantasy
That's
to
what we
us.
deserve, sis.
Girl.
We deserve.
I don't think
What
that
else?
there
Who
is.
else?
I think.
I mean, I thought we were just
I'm not
talking
saying
about ghosts
fantasy,
because
but I
of the way he looks. But like, you,
But he just
you know what I'm
added.
saying?
You changed the narrative on us a little bit.
Russell Wilson is a fantasy.
I'm saying
I thought you
fantasy
were
in
gonna
the
say
fact
for the
that.
money he got.
Oh, okay.
The money
But that could be
aspect
another
allowed
reason why.
for him to be
Though,
able
like
to
he got
do-
deep pockets and he looked real good. You know.
I don't know. I don't think big
It's a fantasy.
females have fantasies, to be honest. Because I don't have a fantasy. I don't. Who am I
don't
crazy
either.
over? Nobody. Who?
Back in the day for a Trey.
I don't
before
want
knew Trey
Trey
was gay,
Songz. I don't want none of
when
that.
I was a little girl, I used to like Trey before
I don't
knew
like
he was
him.
my boy.
Trey Songz. I
don't want him.
care what you.
Mm-mm.
I used to
But,
love
like,
Chris Brown. I did.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Chris was so cute. I always thought he was just. I just wanted
I did. You know what I'm
to rock
saying?
Chris. He was just like a little brother or something. Was rocking with sleep.
So there's no fantasy men.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think so.
Now, if there are, like, I mean, back in the day, maybe, but now,
Back in
no.
the day.
Because
Yeah,
they all
I
ran
don't
through. Like, all the fantasy
Ooh,
guys all ran through.
Mm.
Like who would be a fantasy guy to you?
Girl,
Cause I don't know.
because at this point,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think.
Because men don't throw themselves
But no,
out like
this
that.
is the thing. I just think
I mean,
as
we
women,
post
the
with pictures with
definition
their
of
shirt off and
fantasy.
stuff.
I just think that. See, that's just a
That's
fine
what-
man.
that's
pussy.
just a- yeah, picture,
That's a
yeah.
nice
I
party.
think that for us though, the definition of fantasy is different. Like
Yeah,
than like
it's not
okay.
just like
For-
physical body.
for women. I mean, like how
Yeah.
you know
My
men look
fantasy
at
would be
women.
a genie.
Yeah, like our fantasy men are just men that just like Taylor said. Honestly, they got their shit
They
together.
got their
because
shit together. Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what
just
No,
nothing.
I refuse to believe that.
You said it
our
because you're
fantasy-
married. That's what you
No,
got.
exactly.
No, because y'all always be
You're
trying
not
to
in the dating
But I would
pool.
know, because
Yes.
like,
But y'all always trying to
it's a
throw
lot
that
of
shit
guys
at
out
me.
here that's got their shit together. They just being blinded by the niggas that ain't shit. But we gotta really ask ourselves why we keep attracting ain't shit ass men. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Pull that mirror out.
they be wild, like, and they everywhere. Don't get me wrong, they everywhere you don't want to be, and
I don't
everywhere you want to be. Like,
Yeah.
they everywhere.
They
And
everywhere.
and they'll find you.
That's my point. I don't think that we're attracting them. I think they paint that picture. That introduction is very nice.
Yeah.
And then
when
eventually you start peeling back them layers. You be
You
like,
be
okay,
like,
now
wait a
wait a
minute,
minute.
that
This
don't
ain't
add
what-
up.
this don't-
But
this
see,
don't add up.
but see, my thing is when you peel back the layer, like, do you be like, bet I'm out?
That's
Or do
me.
you?
Bye.
Because I used to be
One
like, I'm
way.
not. Like before
Goodbye.
I met my boyfriend, I would always say I dated. Like you said, you date. I
Yeah.
dated. Like I was out here dating.
dating. Yes.
And so like whenever it got down to my boy, like him and another guy. I don't even know.
You like
Anyway,
him and another guy. And I was like, well, we'll go this way because
Yeah, you weighed your
he
options. You
really
figured out.
and it wasn't
yeah.
like I was having sex with these men.
Mhm.
I literally was just dating and like
Dating.
having fun, like
Yes.
getting to know people, and it's easy to X you out.
Yes.
when you have options, and I
Yes.
feel like that's what we should follow with men because men always have options, so it's easy for them to be like, "Oh, you wildin'."
Let me go.
I don't know.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's
Like, to
it's
me-
women that got options too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I
Okay.
have which made it easier for me to be able to blacklist you.
And you,
Yeah.
and
Put a
you
black
wasn't-
line through your
and you
name.
wasn't having sex either.
Exactly.
So you had a clear
mind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it wasn't important. But like when I met my boyfriend, we talked on the phone. We were just communicating for like maybe a month before we even like literally laid eyes on each other in person because he was traveling. So it wasn't like I was out here like going on dates and then on the phone with him in the car. It was just leading up to meeting him, and I was like on the last person and they was wilding.
And you
It just
fell
made
back.
more
Yeah.
sense. Me and him just meshed so much. It was just super easy when you can like meet somebody and you feel like that's your friend. You just met them. Like it's easy, but it's hard out here. But I would suggest dating multiple,
Yeah, you
like
multiple
men,
people.
and date like a man,
Yeah.
and get up out of there when you can.
Keep your
And if they
No,
say something you don't
because-
like, get up
no,
out of there.
no,
And if
no.
a man ain't doing what you want him to do,
Nope.
get up out of there.
I ain't gonna let y'all say
Shoot,
that. I ain't
waste
gonna
no
let y'all say that.
time. Waste no
I ain't gonna
time.
let y'all say it because as soon as a man tell a woman, yes, I'm dating other people as well, y'all get to acting
But as
funny.
soon as,
and
as
acting-
soon as
No,
you tell
that's
y'all that,
okay.
y'all get to getting competitive.
Yeah,
So
like
go
you're supposed
for
to
it.
be.
I'm okay with
Go
that.
for
Yeah,
it.
you're supposed to.
Yeah, but the girl don't go for it. She back the fight back.
No.
The nigga turn up because we are competitive. We go after what we want. That's why
But
men
every-
usually end up with the
and
woman
that's
that
how
they
you know
want,
that
and
woman
women
ain't
end
for
up
you.
with
If she
whatever
don't want to
good from
play the
whoever came
game
to
and
them.
win the race, then hey. And it ain't even like you're made to feel like you're in a competition. If she made to feel like she got to fight for your time, like she's a damn lion, then
Right, but
that's something different.
But just me saying, just
Yeah,
period.
like I'm open
I can
to
say,
dating.
I can be on a date with somebody and say, "Are you dating other people?" And I say
yes.
yes. Boom, it hit right then. It's not no a few sentences later. As soon as you hear me dating other people, women, you can see, watch their body language change. They automatically thinking about, damn, he talking to other females. It's
But
not
you
like
already know that though.
Yeah.
When you meet a dude, you should already
If you're not,
believe.
Yeah.
if you're not exclusively, if you haven't said, "Fee, I want to be committed to you,"
I just met you off the streets.
I'm gonna continue dating other niggas too, as you should. Until we both, if we're dating other people and we're vibing,
Decide.
until you tell me, Fee, I want to exclusively date you, I'm still gonna date other niggas, as I should.
Right.
Right, but okay, that's cool.
Period.
That's cute. But most, that ain't how it usually goes.
Man, a lot of women are not like that.
But
Hold on,
Females ain't
hold
like
on.
that,
you know
though.
how
Hold
it
on.
usually go? Somebody is not disclosing the truth. Somebody
Exactly.
is not
And that's
being
the thing.
honest
That's why
and
you
saying
have to
that
already
they are doing what
assume that
they're
they
doing.
are when you meet them, even if they never tell you that. Because
Yeah.
most people are. Like one person you think
He wrote
You ready to
you, but one
Wait a
person
minute,
you
hold on.
know besides
Oh,
you
go ahead,
is not talking to nobody, and they literally, it's just me and the Lord. Like who you know?
Go ahead.
So everybody at this table who dates women, raise your hand.
Whatever.
Always
so
do this.
that was enough. Okay, so it's easy to say what you would do,
Exactly.
right? It's easy to say what you would
That's
do.
what I would
believe
do.
exactly what he's saying.
It's easy to say what you would do.
Right.
It's easy to say what you would
Like
do.
plans,
But what I'm
like,
saying
yeah.
is I'm a man. I've been dating women all my life. Soon as you tell a woman that there is a possibility that someone else in the picture, it's not just as clear as, oh, you doing you, so let me do me. It's not that clear. It's,
But that's because y'all like
It
to
depends
give
on who
your
you're
penis
dealing with.
to
Because
every woman.
I don't know.
that you're dating.
That's what it is.
I'm
It's
a
not.
That's
It's
the
not the fact
difference.
that you. It's not the fact that you told her and she start. It's probably the fact that she's believing that you're sleeping with these women as well.
that's
Right.
a choice though. If she don't know the information.
It's not. It's not
Right,
that
but
you
that's
got
not-
somebody else or
you
you're
ask-
dating somebody else.
Like you see the body.
Women hear
the
that,
body
yes.
change. That's because they're thinking, okay, this nigga out here fucking.
So let me ask you a
7,000.
question.
But you
if
shouldn't-
she were to ask you, like, to disclose if you're having a physical relationship with this other woman that you have, brought up, are you willing to like
Tell
say
her?
that?
Yeah, but that's not her business. She shouldn't be asking me a question like that unless me
See,
and her having sex
there's
at the same
there's
time.
a boundary now.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
A
Hold on.
boundary.
Ask that question again.
Because he said her body language changes when he is disclosing that he
Is dating other-
seeing someone else.
Yeah.
So if she acts like, if she wants to know the parameters around what you were doing and you disclose that, like, are you gonna tell her? Like, are you gonna say that?
So
to her?
if she asked
like,
you-
yes, I'm having sex with someone else, but I'm still seeing you.
That's not her business.
So
you
you wouldn't tell her?
I would answer the question, but that's not her business. If me and her are not having sex and this is just a date, she doesn't need to be asking me who I'm having sex with.
Okay, hold on. So
I wouldn't
y'all-
ask her who she's having sex
So
with.
if
Why
y'all-
do you ask after you have sex?
Wait a
It's
minute.
too late then. No, like, what do you mean?
Wait a minute. Time out.
going on right now? You gotta be fucking shitting me right now. On the first date, it's cool.
No, we're talking about first date.
What date? If I'm not having sex with you,
I'm just asking.
my
in
sexual.
general.
Hold on.
If
No, I understand
if
your
I'm
point.
not,
Like if I'm not sharing myself with you, then I don't need
It's
to
not my
share
business.
everything with you. I get
why
it.
are you
I
asking
get
me
that.
who I'm having sex with if you ain't
But
giving me no sex?
if you were having sex with two people at the same
But then
time,
that's
are you
what I'm
gonna
saying.
tell? Like
Yes,
if they
yes,
ask,
yes.
okay.
Okay.
That was my
But
question.
my thing is,
That was my
if a
question.
woman wants to like know before she give her body to you, if you is sliding out here with your mouth on other people's private parts, like she should be able to ask that question if she want to lend some vagina to you.
She has to say all of that though. She needs to say all of that. Like before I give you this pussy.
He got boundaries,
but
conditions.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like first
Like
of
I'm
all,
trying to give you this
first of
big
all-
on vagina wrapped in a bow. Who you?
that's the problem. That's the problem is y'all turn dates into interrogations and it
I
turns
didn't say
niggas off.
interview.
I didn't say it had to be date one.
But that's
You
what I'm
just
saying.
asking.
If I'm not having sex with you, you should not be unless you
But,
say I'm about to
like,
give you some
if we
pussy.
going on a
But I need to
date-
know if you fucking other people first.
If we're
Okay.
going, if we're going on,
Then
a
we need
date,
to have a
yeah.
conversation.
Well,
But
that's
if we're just
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a date and you ask me, and I should say, are you dating other people? First of all, I wouldn't even ask you that on the first
Okay.
date.
Right, I wouldn't
you
ask
that.
it.
No, but
Absolutely.
when Taylor was saying that, I felt like y'all was dating for a while.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
That was
I'm not talking about like the first
Yeah,
date.
she's
I'm
not
like
the first
you
date.
you've
Y'all
been kicking
have
it with
been-
her
This is
for a
date
while.
six,
Like you
and
know
y'all
her.
like each other a little bit.
Let's
Well,
say
yeah, that's different.
And then,
Date-
okay.
Yeah.
date
Like we
six-
ain't just met you and you. What's
Yeah.
your last name? Like how you?
That's
doing?
what Taylor was saying. Y'all been dating for a while, and she happened to ask
Okay,
you.
yeah.
So that was the question.
My
So
problem,
then-
my problem, my whole life is being too honest. That is what gets me in trouble. Is being
Agreed.
too honest, and that's
That's an issue.
Some people don't like honesty. They
They
Because-
don't.
They
all
ask
want
for
you to
it,
say
but they
real
can't
sweet.
handle it.
They don't want
they
it.
think
want you
they
to
want
say
it, but then
Yes.
when they get it, they can't handle it.
that's
They
been
don't
my
like it
that's
blunt.
been my
And I
fault.
don't really
I like it
know.
blunt. Tell me, please.
I gotta really think about it. to
Tell
get
me.
Sweet. You know, I
Tell
have to
me.
take some time.
I
like to give
I
it
think
to you
it's
just
so. I
blunt.
don't know. Like I can receive the truth, but like you can, like just put
Put
a
a
Put
cherry
cherry.
love in a
Put a
cherry.
cherry.
That's
You know
all
what
I'm
I'm
It's all about the delivery. It really
Like,
is all about
it's all about
the
the
delivery.
how you say
It
it,
really
yeah.
is about
And that's what I'm
Sometimes
saying.
I
My
get
delivery
confused.
just be
Yeah.
super raw, and I'm 6'5" and my voice is deep, so that
Yeah,
don't
and it
help.
come across aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you could say something in a sweet way and it'll make it.
I think you could.
It's no way. His voice don't
Because
really
he
be
expects, I
saying-
know.
I try.
Yeah, you gotta have an inflection.
I'm trying.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying. I
I
put
don't
effort
think he
towards
can
it.
even make his voice
Yeah,
like.
you might have to write your stuff down. In the
Right. Just text
This is
it.
coming to
No,
you.
because even when they read the text message,
No,
they
you
read
like,
it in
no,
my
you
voice.
say in my sweet
They read
voice.
your voice.
Yeah. Right, like read this in your voice.
in my best sweet
Voice
voice.
in my best sweet voice.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man. But I'm just saying, man. It's not like I know it's hard out here for y'all. I see these clowns out here.
They are wild out
I
here,
do
these
feel
streets.
sorry for y'all, but it is
And they be
hard
lying.
for dudes as well. It's harder for dudes.
Yeah.
It is hard for dudes, but I think it's hard for dudes because y'all hold on to bitter and y'all hold it like it's a baby. Like y'all don't get over the disaster of the last relationship. And I feel like women are able to
It's
snap
that way.
back a little quicker than y'all
Because women are more
we have to.
optimistic. Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
kids to raise. We have things to do.
Well,
We can't be depressed all our lives.
do you
But we do. We're bitter in a different way. So we'll get there. But go ahead.
do you think that more women are trying to fulfill this fantasy than being
Yes.
that conservative type of woman?
Yes.
For men?
Absolutely.
Say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Say that
say that
again.
again.
Do you think
Hold
that more women are trying to fulfill that fantasy look and that fantasy that what
Oh,
they think
yeah.
most guys want
Yeah.
instead of actually
Being who
being
they
the
are,
conservative?
yeah.
But where does that
Type
come
of
from
person.
though? Because I feel like that comes from
IG.
like,
Yeah.
or
IG.
you being cheated on repeatedly.
Well, just trying to
Well, I
stay
just
in the
think-
trend.
yes.
Just trying to stay a part of the trend. Women are now wearing hair that's 32 inches.
Lashes
and
lace
nails
fronts and
long.
3D
So if you
frontals
are
and
in a current style
Hold on,
stage,
pause.
you're gonna want
There's
to.
a 3D
3D like HD
Yeah,
frontals.
it's HD.
It's like it looks like your damn scalp.
HD, like TV.
3D HD hell.
It's HD.
All
It's
that.
HD.
Yeah.
It's just very transparent.
I don't wear
Yes, exactly.
High
Yeah.
definition.
High
don't
definition
wear
lace. Believe that.
laces and stuff. Child. I can't imagine paying $500 for some hair.
You will.
She said,
Child, some of them wigs be
Not
like
not when I
$1200.
got big girl bills.
But I
Okay,
think that I just think like a lot of women, period, especially when like desperate women, if who've been single for a very long time and who aren't comfortable with themselves, they struggle and they think that that's what guys want to see, and that's what they're trying to be. Instead of being the conservative side.
Women, like,
Because let's be honest, these girls walk in the club or whatever, the guys ain't looking at the conservative girls. They're not looking at them. They might want to be with them eventually, but that's not who's getting the attention.
right, they're getting the
And when you
attention.
have the conservative girls that's standing next to these
But the
fantasy
environment,
girls,
it depends
Hold
on
on.
the
That's
environment.
period.
You in the club.
That's
It depends on what
period.
type of attention you looking for.
Yeah, nothing is real
attention
in the club.
period. Attention period. I don't care. We go to a bar, a sports bar, we watching the game. A fantasy girl walks in.
With
Guys
a
are going,
nice body,
yes,
right,
guys
they
are
are looking over
looking.
you.
Not
Then
necessarily.
the girl that's sitting up there with her jersey on at the bar. Guys don't look
They
at
not
that
paying her no
shit.
attention.
But you know what?
They not.
The person.
They said she got a cute face, and that was that.
I like her jersey.
Yeah,
personality.
somebody stopped you and said that was cute. That was that.
You're cute.
The end of that.
You're the cute girl.
That's looking at her.
But
Hold on,
what
hold on.
type of attention
That's
is
what I
that?
just
That's what I was
said.
getting ready to
That's
say.
what I just said. Okay.
You're giving that attention value, but I don't think that's valuable.
I'm not
Men
saying
look
that.
at them to fuck.
Yes.
We already
but we didn't-
said
we didn't
that.
do that,
I said that, but I'm just saying though.
You're right.
Go ahead.
I could be at the bar with my jersey on and nobody says anything.
People gonna talk to you, Kenya.
That's different. No.
But I think
People say that, but I'm trying to tell
But I
them like
think
it
there's a
does not
difference.
happen.
Because it's more than a fucking jersey.
I don't
your
get-
face.
I don't care what you say. I don't get approached like that. I just don't. And I'm not just saying it to be like, oh yeah, she lying. I really don't. I don't, because if I'm the conservative girl sitting at the bar with my jersey or whatever, like at a sports bar, most guys ain't gonna come up and just say anything to you.
So life is about perspective, right? so that means that the person who finally approaches you is gonna like you for you,
For you.
not because you naked.
oh,
Oh my God.
Yes.
But we know that.
I know y'all
But
we know that.
So just have patience.
I'm just,
I didn't say
I'm
you
not
was-
speaking.
That's a word right there.
But
Have
that's,
patience.
but that's not the point. What we saying is
I'm not
these guys
speaking
are out
about
here
me.
saying they
Right.
want both.
Yes.
But they out here really going for the fantasy.
Yes.
No,
But who
she's just
cares?
naked.
Right. So
just-
that's the attention that they
That's
want
not attention.
temporarily.
Someone is naked. That's it. That's it.
So your eyes will go there because you're naked.
If you're in a bar, attention is not loyal.
Attention is not always good.
Now
Like, you
listen to
don't-
what I'm saying. Attention is not loyal, right? Somebody can walk in here naked right now. All y'all turn and look at her, but if I do like that, y'all not looking at her no more. Y'all look, I got your attention. Attention is not loyal. Just because someone has your attention for a second, that don't mean that it's further steps behind that want to
I'm not
Right, but
saying
it's
that
like,
the
if
attention.
as a single woman,
I'm just saying about the approach part. I'm
Right.
not even worried about the attention part.
I
Let's
think
just be
that-
honest.
right,
They're not
as
going to
a
be
single
approached.
woman, men are not approaching a woman with full clothes on.
Thank you.
But there's a
Period.
difference. There's a difference
That's all.
between being attracting and attractive.
Right.
Okay,
There-
break it down.
Come
Come on, Taylor.
It is
Yeah.
like what, like you said, life is about perspective. So it's
Okay.
like whatever the beholder thinks of whatever is what's important. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Kenya walk to a bar. We all gonna say somebody is cute, and we probably talking about 3 different men.
Right, we are.
Because we all got different types.
So it is about perspective to me. It just is.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
And being,
So don't think that because you cover
it's a bad thing.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about me in general. Like, I don't really care if nobody comes up to me. I'm just saying that if I'm speaking for the other conservative female or the one that's sitting at the bar and wondering why people don't say anything to her or don't come up to her. And I'm telling you, because guys say that they want that girl, but y'all don't approach that girl. So guys need to approach those girls just as much as they do the fantasy girls.
Yeah.
That's my point.
the guy who wants that girl is not at the sports bar. He's not at the club.
That's true too.
Where you
So-
gonna find them at the grocery store?
At the grocery store, at
Maybe
church,
what's wrong with that?
at some event. I mean, you never know. A different place.
You have to pray. You gotta have to pray for it.
The man looking to get wife ain't in the club.
That's true
ain't at the
too.
bar.
I ain't saying it like at the club.
The men
Yeah,
who looking
but-
for a wife, they sit on the couch drinking a
her
beer,
mate
watching the
is
game.
going to drink,
Doing what
so
I'm
he
doing.
needs to be
Yes.
somewhere. I'm just not saying,
Right.
I'm just saying if you're at the bar,
All right.
then your mate is
And
going to
I'm
be
not talking
drinking
about the bar,
in
but I'm
some
saying like
way.
we might go somewhere.
But like
to
it could be like a
Sunday.
hookah spot with drinks or something.
Right.
Like he would need
But
to be
you-
able to visit those spots. If
Yes.
that's gonna be somebody that's gonna be with her.
You
So
say he ain't there,
yeah,
he
he
gonna
might
have
not
to
be
be
there,
there.
but he at the other one.
That's not technically
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
And-
What?
Okay, there could be a maybe with everything. We've already said that.
I'm just saying.
But there's a commonality
I'm pretty sure she would be
relationship.
willing to give up hookah bars for the man of her dreams.
And I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have to.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because it's a maybe to everything.
Because I didn't have to give up nothing.
Right.
For my man. So I'm just saying she ain't got to.
Oh, congratulations, my nigga.
Okay.
I'm just saying, as the only man at the table.
Gave the whole lot. Gave up nothing.
Amen to that.
Right.
As the only man at the table. Men who's looking for a wife ain't at the sports bar.
I feel you.
They on the couch drinking a beer.
So where
What
are
is-
you?
So where
Where you at?
I ain't gonna find him then if
I'm
he at
looking
home
for
at the
football.
couch.
Because if I'm on the couch,
and he on the couch, we gonna meet
We're never gonna meet.
at the bar.
That's
Cause both y'all
okay.
drinking.
and then
We
what?
have to send a paper plane.
But what kills me when you see men that are good men, they never have good male friends. Like it's like,
Don't get me
Because we're rare. Because we're rare. Because good men are
That's
rare.
what
I'm
I
like,
said.
why you only got
Fantasy.
one?
That's why I said men. For us, the fantasy guy
Is a
are
good guy.
a good
That's a good
guy.
I hate that.
Well,
So
you
fantasy
can feel
men
that way, but
are
that's the truth.
niggas that got their shit together. They unicorns.
That's exactly what they are. Our
Because-
fantasy guys are guys
Yes,
that are rare and got their shit together.
because I have good guy friends that are great guys who are dating other women. I'm like, where's your friends? Oh, I ain't got no, you don't want that fee. He ain't. So I'm like, damn, okay, I can't meet you mutually.
Right.
So it's like, where do you go? Like, where? Because I'll be on the couch too. So it's like,
So why not just let it find you?
that too. That too.
But you gotta put some work
You gotta put some work. Yeah, faith without works is
where
dead.
did she
So I gotta
go?
do something.
Right? She could be going to Walmart and looking a mess.
I don't be at
And it-
Walmart though.
But
I'll be at
well,
Food
no,
Lion.
right. But there's, I mean, so then you have to put your intention out there to the universe. You gonna have to say what you want.
Well,
But that's the
I'm
thing.
just saying. I think
Do
it's
you
already.
really know what you want? Like
Yeah.
if you
That
could
is
make it
critical
plain
to the
and
process
get
right there.
exactly
Yeah.
what you want by just saying it, do you know?
Cause you could have options and then you don't
And,
even
and you
don't
could be
even
presented
know.
with your mate and not even know it.
Yeah,
Because
you don't even know
what you want.
what to pick. Cause you ain't
Right.
thought about it.
So that might help. That might help the case
You ain't know
too.
the pick cause you
That might
I
help
know.
it come faster.
I definitely know.
You know.
so you know what you want.
Yeah,
Y'all know I want too.
Excuse me.
We talk about that.
We talk about it.
Y'all,
You're right.
if y'all want to know what we want, listen to Single Married is Complicated podcast on Spotify.
He might be listening.
Hold on.
He
Anchor,
might
Apple
be
Music.
listening.
Right. This is how you can meet him. You
might
can watch
just
this
be
right.
and see y'all perspective and hit that DM like, yo, I saw you on the podcast.
He could.
Good.
Right. You don't got to be at the sports bar. You don't got to be at the club.
Right.
You don't got to be at the hookah
I
bar.
mean, I ain't meeting them at neither one because I'm like Fee. I'm at the house.
I'll be at the house with my bonnet on.
However,
You can be
I
the
do
mailman.
make an effort. You gotta make an effort
I
because,
got
like
good
you said,
insurance.
unless he gonna be my UPS or my Amazon delivery, like no, I probably won't. So you have to make an effort.
Would you
But
give that
I
man a
will
chance?
say,
Would you give the Amazon delivery guy a
Yes.
chance?
Not the Amazon, probably the UPS guy. They do good money. they make really pretty good money. Maybe UPS
And they got them
guy.
with shorts on.
What if he worked for
And
Amazon? But he can work for Amazon. That could just be his little side gig.
I don't cancel. I don't cancel out nobody.
So you'll talk to the mailman.
Everybody got potential.
They got good
But
benefits.
yes.
Why is benefits and money the
Because
first thing
they're
you
bad.
say? It's not the most important thing,
Yes,
though.
God it is.
So-
Yes, God it is.
So money is the most important
No,
thing
I'm
you
not
need to
saying
know.
money.
I said
That's just what I just said. That's what I just said. You said just
oh,
God
she
it is.
didn't hear you.
I said
She
benefits.
said
I benefits. I'm talking about
She said
insurance.
benefits, yeah.
401ks. They
That means
they
like
phasing those out though.
Yes,
Okay.
he's worried
Stop.
about his
Those
future.
things matter because if you're trying to have children or if you already have kids, You need good insurance. to
We
take
need
care of
somebody on the
children.
same level.
Right,
So
I just-
I'm not giving up
Listen,
$500 for one day.
I didn't say it's not important at
Right,
all.
that's what I said.
I said,
It
why
ain't
is it
number
the
one
first
It ain't
thing?
the first thing.
I didn't say it was the first, but I'm just saying. You
I
said,
said,
when I
would you talk to
to
the
you,
mailman?
that crosses my
And
mind.
you said, yes, he
has-
got good
He
benefits.
got good benefits.
That was the first
He's
thing that
already
crossed your
cute.
mind.
He got a job.
He's obviously already cute. Like let's be
Hard
realistic
working.
here. He's obviously already cute.
I'm just
He
talking
obviously
about what
already
you first said.
communicated
Just what
to
you
me
first said.
that
That's all
he
I'm
wants
talking
my
about.
number, I want his. So there's some attraction there. So yeah, and then I'm.
I just don't
about
think
to
the
say
average
he's
woman is
not
giving the mailman who comes up trying to
well,
holler at you a
they
chance.
bad.
A mailman is loyal. Like they work and they
They
don't
actually
mail
could
this.
be-
So
they know
I
that
mean,
they're
I hear
around
you,
the
but I
city.
just don't see women just
I don't-
giving the
listen,
mailman. I'm
when
digging.
I met my husband, he worked for UPS.
told you them. You.
He did. He worked for
So,
UPS.
hey,
Okay.
hey,
Case closed.
there you go.
What's on the docket? What's next?
Right.
What's next on my docket?
That's been
what we
debunked.
talking about today?
You said that's what.
That shit has not been debunked. Because when we was just talking about fantasy niggas, ain't nobody say nothing about no mailman or no UPS man.
That's not a fantasy. That's love. That's
Oh,
fantasy.
God. Fantasy
That's
is not
just
love.
beautiful.
Okay.
That's it worked out. Okay.
Okay.
We don't have fantasy men because y'all just
Yeah.
y'all out here.
So what do women look at first? Like what do we look at first? Because I'm gonna tell you, I
I
look
look
at
at
looks first.
teeth.
Attraction
Body.
is first. Attraction is for both men and women.
You said what you
attraction
said?
is first.
Don't speak for us.
Teeth. There we go. I'm gonna look at that mouth.
Yes,
Because
I need to know
that
that mouth is okay.
is yuck.
Is it not?
Yes.
Okay, so
Then I
what's
look at
after the
shoes.
looks? What's after the looks?
Shoes.
We know
I
that.
look at your shoes too. They don't necessarily
That's
have to be
what I
the
said.
first thing is like, they don't have to be the latest and greatest, but they need to be clean.
Thank you. It says a lot about
It
your
does.
when your appearance. It says a lot about yourself.
Your shirt don't need to be super wrinkled. You don't need to have holes in your clothes. You need to be presentable. You need to not look disheveled.
That's all with appearance, though. That,
Yeah, I mean
all
that's
with
what
appearance,
that's what I'm saying. All of that is important.
I need you to
That's
speak
all
good
is important.
English.
Oh.
That- yeah,
I got a
that's-
problem with that.
That's a big one for
Yeah,
me.
you need to
It
be
really
able to
is.
I can't
grammatically
understand what
correct.
you're
Thank
saying.
you.
I
When you
want to talk to
texting
you.
and all
But be
that
able
other
to
stuff,
turn it
I
on and
need you
off.
to speak good English.
You can turn it on and off. I like a little trap. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, but you
I
can
mean,
still.
yeah, you can have a little edge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can have
be able to write a letter. Be able to write a letter.
Thank
and know
you.
proper placement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Me-
important.
no,
Between
we-
there
there-
and there.
Yeah,
you know
come
what
on,
I'm saying?
All right now.
Where,
Where,
Yeah.
were, yes.
Your, and your.
Yeah.
Your, yes.
okay. If you have kids, take care of them.
Oh.
Okay?
Be in their lives.
All right, be in their lives. I don't think that as any woman that does not have kids, and even if you do have kids, you should not be encouraging a man to not be around his children.
I think
Yeah.
that's a red flag, though.
It
If you,
should
if
be.
you don't,
That ain't no red
It
flag.
should
That's a
be.
brick wall. You
It
done
is a
got
brick
to it. You
wall.
need to move on.
Because what is he gonna do with your children, child?
Ain't no flags.
That's a brick wall.
If
You're right.
you with a man
You're
right now and he is not taking care of his
And his own
kids,
kids,
if he do that to his own blood, he will do anything to
Anything.
you.
Yeah, or you probably
you
take
can
care
be
of him.
sure of it.
He not take care of his kids. You take care of
Like
him.
he needs
Yeah.
to be able to be stable on his own, have his own house or like apartment, even if it's a
Just
roommate.
independent.
He don't need to be 12.
So you don't want him to be anybody's dependent, basically.
Be able to take care of yourself because I can take care of myself.
Mm.
So I want you to be able to do all the things I can do. Let's meet each other there first, and then when hopefully your strengths where I'm weak and I'm strong where you're weak, and then we can be full partners in this thing, not
I like that though,
Dependence, you know what
because
I'm
you're
saying?
not asking him to be everything up front.
no.
You want him to be able to, accommodate what you can't necessarily provide, and then vice versa.
okay, pause. What you got to say?
Nothing. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this list. Y'all keep going down the list of things. Keep going.
I mean, but what she
Not a
said
whole
was
lot of
kind
debt.
of my list.
I don't
Now that
Let me tell y'all.
Let me specify.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Y'all know how I
Let me
we
specify.
have these lists.
Wait a minute.
Okay, that shit don't be important. But let me just specify. I don't mean like debt as in like, okay, student loans, house. Okay, I got debt.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking about like debt that you
you
can
talking
pay
about
off.
stupid debt,
like dumb debt.
like you got this credit
that you
card,
just, yeah,
because you just
money
decided
management
to just,
issues.
yeah,
You have
okay.
issues with that, or that you never have. You're out here like getting things and not paying people back. Like you just doing
Oh.
just bad things with money.
Well, that's just
Okay?
downright irresponsible,
just,
right there.
just nasty with the money. Okay.
Hold on, a disclaimer.
Nasty.
Every woman's list is different. This is your list,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my
I'm
list
just
is not
naming
gonna be like
certain things.
right,
Yes.
right.
Right.
So just
We
to say
all
that Because all women are not the same.
We all have different
We all have
lists.
different lists.
Okay.
So y'all was the same. I'm just enjoying the list.
So this is her list.
I'm
I know.
just naming stuff too.
I done heard her list before.
I'm just naming
Be a
stuff.
supporter. Be a supporter.
Right.
So what you was about to say?
Yeah,
I'm interested in what you was about to say.
So what I'm about
As
to
a man-
say is, yes, because I listen to a lot of guys hear this. Women do, y'all. We come in with our list, and I'm not saying that I don't have one too, but y'all gotta make sure that we are bringing those same things that we
To the
are
table.
asking
Yeah.
for. from
Right,
these
which is
men.
right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm
Because
saying.
I don't think men really come in with a list like this,
Yeah,
first
no,
of
we
all.
don't.
But I do believe that a lot of women
But
who
we
have
disagree.
these lists don't match what they asking for. Like, you can't
They
be
can't be
asking
paid.
for the stuff from this man,
I've seen that.
and you
you
ain't
can't bring
doing
it to
it,
the
and you
table.
can't bring it to the
Right.
table either.
And so,
Well, that's the sad part.
and so that's why I feel
Everything
like,
I ask for, I can give to you.
but I feel
So it needs
like
to be
we
done.
should stray away from the list and just have our deal breakers. Okay, what are things that we just cannot tolerate?
Right.
Because your partner is not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody
There
is.
there
right.
are there are seasons.
You're gonna have to be
Listen, there are seasons where
all the time.
there are seasons where I am high and there are seasons where I'm low.
Absolutely.
So depending on where you catch me, don't judge me off of that. Just kind of like work with me. So I feel like if you have your set deal breakers, like, okay, for me, you have to have a faith, a belief in God. And just different things that are just non-negotiable.
Okay.
I feel like a list is like,
Yeah, no, it can get tedious
it's
and long,
not,
and you'll never
yeah,
get
like,
fulfilled.
what are your deal breakers?
Right.
What are your things that, okay, my must-haves?
Right.
Because the list is like, I'm in debt. So,
But I mean, we're all in debt. That's why I
can't
specified
say,
that debt.
you
You
have
have
to
to
be-
be irresponsible
right,
with your money
yeah.
is different.
Right.
Because
So,
I have
I mean,
a home.
yeah.
You got a home, you're in debt.
Right.
You got student loans, you're in
You
debt.
in debt.
So that's,
You in
that's
debt.
obvious.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
talking
you
about
can't
that.
say
And we're
that,
all
yeah.
working toward, which is why I said, wait, let me specify. Because I don't want
Yeah.
you to think that I'm out here living debt free. I'm almost there. I'm not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's just about being responsible with the money that you do have. Don't be out here opening a whole bunch of accounts when you ain't paid off the one you had
Well,
in
that
1996.
right, what you just said,
You know what I'm
that should be
saying?
on your list.
Well,
That's
right,
like a deal breaker.
right, but that would be
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I was single. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So yes, that would be. That's
Yeah.
why I said I'm naming things that women that have been in my inbox say that they want. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are the things that are necessary, but at the same time, I tell women lists are stupid. Because at the end of the day, they're not going. You keep going down this list, you're gonna miss good men.
What?
Because
Yeah.
he didn't
Check
do
off
this,
that
or
box.
he didn't meet this, or it's about the core values, morals. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When we get together, what type of vibe I feel, energy,
But you heard
how I
that
feel when I
connection.
meet
That
you.
that's one of my
Those
deal
things are
breakers is that
important.
when you have to be a good person. When I say you have to be a good person, I want to see what your moral compass looks like.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see how you make decisions. And if you have like a prickly disposition, or you negative, or you kind of manipulative, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from you.
Because that's her deal breaker.
Yeah,
Right.
that is
So
my
we
deal
need
breaker.
to focus
But
more
people
on
have to
deal
find
breakers.
boundaries
That's
too, because people don't. A lot of people don't even know their
Anybody.
boundaries to say,
Yeah.
"This is what I won't tolerate."
Yeah.
It's easier for them to say, "This is what I want,"
Yeah.
because they haven't even focused on what they don't want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have
how
to be able
treat
to
people.
know those things.
I want to know how you treat yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
See, and that's and a lot of times you don't hear that conversation from women.
Right.
You don't hear women talk about the man I want is somebody who I got a good vibe with.
Yeah.
It's more about
Definitely.
good benefits,
Yeah.
materialistic
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
That's not
Right.
yeah,
Which is not always
Which is
the case.
which is like
Right.
But
that's
he can
all
have
superficial.
his he could max
Max
out his
out.
401k and be
Have a shitty person.
And
that-
you're right.
Exactly.
Can't even carry on the conversation.
I think it's
and
more
treat
so,
you like
yeah.
shit.
It's
Right.
more so morals,
It is,
characteristics, faith. If you believe in
Personality,
that,
yeah.
whatever, I do.
Energy,
So that's
yeah.
important.
Connection.
And
It's
connection.
just having a
Yeah.
connection. Because like you said, if I have a
Right.
connection with my mailman,
Ease. And that's where I'm going.
exactly.
Hello. Easy.
Right.
Easy
If I
right.
go check my mail and he want to stop and talk to me, then I will have a
Right.
connection with the mailman. I don't care.
Right.
It's just got to be a connection. Cause let's be honest, he's not gonna check off everything on your
He's
list.
not.
when you
No.
first meet him. And you don't know, like some men might be willing to change or better themselves. Let's say better themselves
You see that.
for
You
for
see him
somebody
say
that they want
that.
to
You
be
make
with.
him a
Yeah.
Or they
better
don't
person.
know no better. They don't know
Yeah.
how to
Right.
make
And
money. They don't know how
you
to.
give them a different look, a
Yeah, they
viewpoint
don't know
on
how
living
to-
a life. Because women, we teach, so
Yeah.
I believe
Y'all
you pick
learn
up,
Yeah.
absolutely. But we weren't talking about that, right? Yeah, I mean, we learn too. So we give and take in relationships. So you would hope that you would become better than you were before you met.
I think it's habits that we need to unlearn too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Talk about it.
That's the hard shit, right?
Judging
about it.
each other.
Talk about it. What happens?
What happens?
What habits?
And I hate to say this, but like that whole stigma around black women are abrasive.
Yeah.
Like, cause I mean I know I have it in myself to just pop off. You know what I'm saying? You say something to me, you get me going, you activate something in me, I'm gonna say what's on my mind,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say it to try to hurt your feelings. And I hate that. I hate that black women come off like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
carry that.
And then
angry
other
black
people,
woman.
other people who are not black see us as abrasive. I cannot stand that.
Yeah.
Do you
But I
think
think
there's truth to stereotypes?
Sometimes, yeah,
Because
because
that is a stereotype.
yeah, I mean it is like
I don't know. I don't think it. I think it's all in the way you look at it. Like anything can be looked at negative, but like if you're telling
Yeah.
someone how you feel about something and you're getting your point across, like that to me isn't negative. That's you creating a boundary.
But it's how you say it.
No,
though.
But I can say something. I can say something and have all the great intentions in the world, and just because I have this voice, you could be like, "Oh, she's a bitch," but that was not my intention, and I would gladly apologize had you said, "Well, wait a minute," like anything. We don't ever say anything to each other when we're offended. We just take that offense and carry it and talk about you to the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some stereotypes just come from just like the way that people look, like society, how they look at black women. Because I could say the same thing that my white counterpart could say at work, and they would say that I have an attitude.
Absolutely.
And it's just because the color of my skin.
Absolutely.
And I just think that naturally we as black women are very defensive. We come out on the defense. Like you and so I think that's just probably the reason why that a lot of these stereotypes still like carry on, because it's just the way that we look, and we are just naturally defensive sometimes.
I think it's sometimes that subconsciously you don't know that you're being that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've dealt with people before in management, and I'll say, "Oh, you got an attitude?" And they'll be like, "No, I don't." But to themselves, they didn't have an attitude.
Yeah.
But
Subconsciously,
Yeah,
their
yeah,
face,
yeah.
they was doing this.
Doing
and,
the most.
and, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's not always that we are not having an attitude. It's just subconsciously we naturally just in our emotions.
or
As
or
black
that
people,
could be true.
we're just
Come off this shit.
as black people, period, we're just
or
we're
we,
just
we're
you know what I'm saying?
prepping to
Yeah.
be defensive.
Exactly.
Like, wait,
Yeah.
We
we
all-
get my armor together. You know
Before
what I'm
you
saying?
have one up on me, I'm gonna have one up on you.
Right.
It's just like this
And
how it
sometimes,
is. Yeah.
but sometimes I believe that's necessary. Sometimes you have to get people together. It's necessary sometimes.
I see that. Cause
You ain't gotta,
think I'm
stand
when
on
I
top of the
talk loud,
table.
You think that I'm
But
hype, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
right.
but
You
you
just
be
lie.
right though. You just
Yeah.
But I
Just
think
in denial about a whole bunch of shit over there. Conservative,
Yeah. Yeah.
not loud.
Conservative.
we're
I'm conservative.
we're products of our environment.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
We definitely are.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because sometimes people don't understand nice. I could be like, can you please be quiet? You be like, grandma.
Right. It's not
Even when you
until
said
get ready to cuss
it, even when you
Stop
said
it.
that
Did
just
you hear?
listen, even when you just said that just now,
Can you please be quiet?
you didn't seem nice at all.
What, can you please
That's
be
just
quiet?
you look evil because I know you.
Right, that's because you know, but somebody else be like,
Because
oh,
that's that
nice.
quiet. That's that quiet. Like, can you please be quiet before I stab you in your neck? Like, that's that kind of quiet. Like, it was quiet and nice, but
It was
if you
timid, but it
don't
was to
listen,
the point.
yeah.
Yeah. I think another habit that we need to unlearn is always thinking negative. Like,
Yeah.
people
Yes,
just, like,
That's so true.
like you see one guy, or you might, I mean, like even in relationships, or you just automatically assume the worst on some people. You're like,
Yeah.
"Damn, that ain't what he was. That ain't
Drawn
what he was."
conclusions.
Yes,
Right.
drawn
Yeah.
conclusions. Like
That's true.
we
That's
definitely do that.
Creating
Like,
narratives.
yes,
Creating
yes,
narratives,
yeah,
yeah.
already.
Off the
Yeah.
smallest amount of information.
Smallest amount of
Absolutely.
information.
But
Yeah.
sometimes we be right though.
Right! That intuition, honey, will tell you some things.
Sometimes,
Sometimes you don't even
listen,
need to know.
y'all don't be right. You just make yourself be
Right.
right. You're not gonna choose to believe anything else but that you're right.
You already can see people how people be moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if
Don't
you
even worry about
you're
it.
just being observant.
Right.
And you know, you spend
Like you said,
you spend so much time with a person. For example, you spend so much time with a person, you know how they move.
And then they start
They
changing.
have habits.
Right.
Yeah.
So when they change their
You
habits,
said that,
you
Kenya,
can figure
on
it
the
out. You know
podcast.
what's something going on.
When she said, if I call you every day at 7 o'clock, and you tell me I'm at the gym, and then one day you at the stove,
Yeah. You know that.
you right? You
Where you
what's
at?
up? Yes.
I think men are just
What?
creatures. No, I didn't say that.
Clean that up. We gotta clean that up. Clean that up.
Men are creatures of habits. Like they really are.
Yes.
And
Yes.
most of the time they have a schedule. Most
Yes.
men, you know, like when
Yes.
you get home, this is what you
Right.
do every
Right.
day.
Yes.
If some start to just like, wait a minute, he ain't doing that no more.
Right.
Put your antennas up and just pay attention.
that's
That's all I'm
what-
saying.
but that's what
like,
I
wait a
mean.
minute.
But that's what
Stuff
I mean
like
about
that.
how
Like,
you ain't about to
he-
change your
when
habits.
he go to the
You
gym
know how
Monday,
somebody-
Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then Wednesdays he done
he
fell
doing-
off.
Yeah.
Something's up.
Something's up.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, did your gym stop taking you on Wednesdays? just put your antennas up. That's all I'm saying. Just put your
a
antennas up,
fact,
because
yeah.
most men are creatures of
They
habit.
do the same thing every day.
Yes. Yeah.
They are definitely.
That's what I was saying.
Most definitely.
Because if you start moving different, they sure gonna have a question to tell
Oh
you.
yes.
What?
Oh, they notice too.
As
Why
we
is it when
should.
you
Yeah.
get,
As
why
we
is it
should.
when you get a man you can't move without them asking where you going?
They notice.
You be getting up, where you going?
They notice too. Yes, they notice.
Y'all be everywhere. Okay, so when if you in a relationship and your babe pick up her purse and heads to the door, you ain't gonna say a word.
Oh yeah. To
Yeah,
the
exactly.
door. But
No.
not just getting up, going to the bathroom.
Child, I can pick up my purse. Where you going? Sometimes you just want to go out the door and come back. You don't even really want to say nothing. It ain't even about that you don't want to say nothing. But it's like, gosh, I just want to slide out. Okay, this is where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Damn,
Right.
you know? I don't know.
Shit, y'all better tell niggas where y'all going. You
I
see
mean,
what's
we
going
do.
on. See what's going on right
And that's
now.
why I carry my 380. You can come if you want to. You will get shot. We'll talk about it later. With the cops. We will.
But we all have habits though, and we have
Absolutely.
tells, you know. But some people are very intuitive and they're very sensitive to other people's energies. Like I am most definitely. Like I know when something is wrong with my husband. I look at him, I'm like, ooh,
Right. What's wrong?
there's
What's
something
wrong?
wrong with you.
Yes.
Oh, I'm fine.
No, that.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we'll talk about it when you're ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
That's
know.
with
That's dope that you
anybody.
do that. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it when you
When
ready.
you're ready, yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
most
good
people,
at-
most people
I
try
am-
to force you to
Well,
talk
she's
about
good
it right
at
then.
that.
I
I
am-
don't like
yes.
when people force people to talk.
That's how we communicate though. I
Taylor
ask
be like,
him-
are you available?
Yeah, I asked him if he's available.
Are you available?
If I'm getting ready to, like, okay, say for example, he already home, been home for 2 hours. You had a shitty day at work. You come home, what you gonna do? You gonna come through the door and you gonna unload on him. He not ready for none of the shit that you about to say, but you gotta vent because you gotta get off your chest. So I'm gonna ask him, are you available? If he says no, I'll leave him the fuck alone.
Right, that's respect.
But
Yeah.
it gives
That's
him,
beautiful.
it gives him the opportunity to brace himself for what I need to say.
Right.
So if he says he's unavailable, he has time to get
Get
available.
ready.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Because he's
most
gonna come
definitely.
back and ask you, but
Yeah.
just let him get
Right, because
ready.
That's
even
good.
that's gonna help you in your whatever you need to vent or to make sure
Yes.
that who you're venting to is showing up for you.
Yeah.
Like I need you to show
Right.
up for me. I
Yes.
don't want to be just talking
Yes.
to you,
Just to
and
be
then
talking, yeah.
and then I done had a shitty day already, and then I come home and you ain't
Right.
listening to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
wait a minute. Let
And
me
that's
make
how
sure-
we
yes,
see it too.
yes,
Like,
yes.
oh, I done had a shitty day. I'm going home. And right now, everything's about me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right,
I ain't.
make sure.
He been home for 2 hours.
You didn't even
He
take
done, he
up-
done
yeah.
undressed. He done ate dinner, kicked off his shoes, relaxed his feet, watched his favorite show, and here I come.
Right.
You know, a
That's
storm.
not- that's
Yeah,
good.
and he not ready for that storm.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He-
He's disrespectful to assume that he is without asking.
He on
Yeah.
the beach, and here comes the storm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You right, girl.
don't fuck
That's the
around.
worst.
You know what I'm saying?
But
that's
We're
how
gonna have to start adapting that in all our relationships. Friendships, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it with my
Necessary.
friends too.
Are
Yeah.
you available?
Are
That's
you
good.
available?
I ask
Necessary.
them if they say no, you have to respect that. Cause what you said earlier about boundaries.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Like if
That's,
you,
that's self-love.
Cause let me tell you something. Like when you violate somebody's boundaries, it don't matter what you say after the violation. Nothing matters because they're violating.
Yeah.
So they can't receive anything you're getting ready to say. They might take little nips of it, little bits of it, but they can't process the information because they so focused on you fucking up their moves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You went too far with it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
Communication, man. That's
Key.
the
We
big
say
problem.
that every episode.
The key.
Communication is so
Communication
important.
is so important. Just communicate.
I think communication is the biggest problem in America.
Yeah.
People don't talk.
People don't talk.
People don't talk.
Because people are offended, they don't share it, or
Yeah, they don't-
people,
they- It's those.
took it wrong, never said anything, or they think you're bigger than they
Or
are,
they're
or they just
scared.
had their own insecurities and never want to come to you.
Right.
It's just something. It's always something.
Communicate.
Those uncomfortable conversations need to become
necessary.
comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need
Crucial
to.
But when you
conversation.
didn't,
Crucial
and it's all
conversations.
about like our childhood or how we grew up or whatever experiences that we were, were put in front of. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not are healed or whole to adapt the way we want to. You know what I'm saying?
It's not really something that's taught either.
No.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
Effective
Right.
communication.
Especially in the black
Like-
households.
it's black. Let me tell you
Talk
something.
about what?
People
I
just
said
like
what I
go
said.
quiet. They don't talk about stuff.
You in your mama's house. Is she gonna knock on the door before she enters your space,
Never.
or is she gonna walk the fuck?
She gonna walk in her space.
Exactly.
You're in her space.
The whole thing is her
You're in
space.
her
It's-
space,
even
right.
even though this is your room,
It's her space.
she's taking it away. Like
Right.
she's sitting there
It's lit.
labeling
Right.
your space as hers.
Right.
You're
So
barring
therefore,
nothing.
you, therefore
That's
you
what I
have
do,
You
nothing.
have nothing.
Listen, when my mom got a house built from the ground up, and we moved in. She got everything set up. My dad took all of the doors off the hinges and
Are you serious?
and put them in the attic.
What?
So none of our rooms had doors on them. Me and my brothers.
What?
Every door.
That's scary.
That's just.
Sister.
I think parents need to
In
go
the bathroom.
too hard.
What
like,
privacy do boys need from their mom and their daddy?
Y'all need to masturbate in peace. Like,
Yeah, that's when you go to the
You
bathroom.
go in the bathroom, turn on the shower, sit on the floor.
Oh,
oh, so there was a door in the bathroom.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about the hint to our
To
bedroom.
your bedroom.
Oh, I
Of
thought
course
it was
the
all.
bathroom.
But listen,
No.
I try not to assume because you never know.
Nuh-uh.
You said doors off. I was like, dang, every
Not to our
door. All we got is
bedrooms.
beads.
Our
You know?
But
bedrooms.
see, and it's not reciprocated because when you go in your mama room, you
You got the
you gonna lean in, you gonna check. Ma, you busy? You gonna do that? She ain't gonna do that for you. Though.
That's a hierarchy. That's
Yeah.
not. It's just a
Yeah.
level.
Respect.
Yeah, we gotta have some levels around
Yeah.
here.
That's
I
true.
don't.
You
I
don't want
tell
your
my
child
kids
thinking
that-
running nothing.
Oh, they borrowing. You are borrowing everything. Everything is you in borrowed space. These lights, all of this
Borrowed.
stuff. You are borrowing this from me.
Yes.
Because until you start contributing, that's what you're doing.
Right.
I mean, and if you want more, then you
Do more. Yeah.
do what you want and get your own. Like,
But
if
you're not scared that teaches them that their space can be violated and they can't do shit about it?
oh, they got space.
Yeah,
They-
my
they
parents
body.
was the same way.
I mean,
That's all
like,
you.
if you feel like me as your mother don't violate that, then we got bigger issues.
Okay,
I mean,
elaborate.
those are bigger trust issues. Like, as your mom who protects you and provides for you, if you looking at me as violating anything about you, then we got bigger issues
Yeah.
than just a space of a room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't trust me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know I've kept you alive this long.
Right.
Right.
You don't trust
Okay,
me to make sure
okay.
you're gonna be okay?
Yeah,
And
I
what
agree.
really are you supposed to be doing in the room with the door closed?
Anyways,
I-
right.
I mean, sometimes you just want a piece of quiet. I have
And
a
that's
very
okay.
loud and very vocal family, and so
I like my space, so
Yeah,
and my
you know.
peace, and so I could be in the house with my kids and not even realize I'm in the house with my kids because we all go to our little rooms and
see, I like that.
we don't
Yeah.
bother. We don't
Yeah.
bother each other until we want to be bothered. So like, y'all quiet, what y'all doing? And I peep in and I look at them, but you know, for the most part, yeah. like
I mean, we didn't feel like we was being violated. We
right,
just,
because that's your mom, your
we just-
parents, like
we
you
just didn't have doors.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Broke my heart.
And then
I
you-
like my privacy. They
I
would've
like
broke me.
my privacy.
I mean, I grew up an only child, and so, I used to keep my door closed, and I used to be in my own little world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But even when you grow up with like a whole bunch of siblings, you
You still
you
want
have
that
a
space.
desire
Yeah.
for privacy when you have siblings because everything is fucking shared like everything.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I always had my own room, and my 2 younger brothers shared a room my whole life, so I always had my space.
Yeah. Me
And
too.
then I wasn't
being
I
interested
was the
in the.
oldest too, so I always had my own
Me too.
space.
I was the only girl, so of course I had my own toys, my own space, my own room.
Oh, you got to
No, me and my sister shared everything.
I was the only girl, so.
So I can see why you feel that way.
Yeah, that's what you feel. Right.
You done been through some shit.
that's what it is.
Then my mom got remarried and had, my little brother, and he getting all his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he get a laptop. I didn't get a laptop.
You know what? You're suffering from that middle child.
You know what? I'm the middle child.
That's
It is.
exactly what
Oh,
it is.
that's
I'm
so
the
real.
middle child.
Middle child
It
syndrome
is.
is
That's what I
so
was just
real.
saying.
Yeah,
Middle
it
child
is.
It's
syndrome.
so real.
Middle child
It's
syndrome
so real.
It's a
My
struggle.
my middle brother, first I was firstborn. I was by myself for 5 years. Then the middle child, he was born, but then the baby was born. Like my mom got pregnant as soon as she could have sex again. Like so here come the baby. So he was only the baby for a year,
Yeah.
not even a full year. Because
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks in April they're the same age, so it wasn't even a full year.
Okay.
So he only got to be the baby for.
Yeah, it is real. I think my mom probably recognized it a little bit better because I'm the oldest, and I was for like 5-6 years, and then my brother and then my sister. But my brother was the baby for a while, but she, recognized that middle child thing, and we kind of say like she kind of catered to him, and make sure, because especially in a house full of women anyway.
So I'm getting ready to ask next, right?
What?
Boys and girls, do y'all believe they're treated differently?
Yes.
1000%.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Men are catered to, and the women are pushed out. Like, you better be able to take care of yourself. Absolutely, yes.
If that T.I. story was something with his
Oh,
son,
gosh.
we wouldn't even have a discussion.
That was horrible.
If it was just him and his son, and he was doing something like asking the doctor was his
Yeah.
son still a virgin or whatever.
But he ain't doing that. He had the opportunity.
No,
what's
I'm
her
just
name?
speaking
King.
to what she said
Yeah,
about the
they
difference between.
would.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a story.
It
Would have been a story.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's crazy too
But
because
now they never do that.
his perspective wasn't like, once I really kind of heard it, I don't really think, everybody was like, oh, he is violent, like that's not his place. I mean, or they was getting at him about how embarrassing that is for her, and I think because it happened publicly, because he was said it, but I get the reasoning behind it. It's just more of a protection, like you want more black men to be present in their children's lives, and you have somebody here that is really concerned and making sure that his daughter is okay, and then we slam him for that. I don't know, it's like
Couldn't
a
he
catch
have
I mean,
just
he
22.
ain't even
asked
living
her?
the life that he
No,
requested.
I think
couldn't you to have just
That's what I'm
communicated to
saying.
her that he wanted to
Wanted
know
to know.
if she was
could've told
sexually
him.
active, and then had she said yes, he could have educated her on having protective sex, right? Or if she said no, then they could have had a conversation about this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that conversation could have been, or whatever, but it's no different than like, okay, so a mom can go to the doctor with her son all the time. He said people made it seem like he was sitting up there
Looking.
in the room
In the
looking,
room
and it wasn't like that. I just like, he went to the doctor with his daughter. She's going to get all that checked, and he just said, this is what happens. Like, I'm just we made sure that she's still a virgin. Just point blank, period. And I don't think it's any different from me going to the doctor with my son, but just because it's a man and it's a female, and those parts are sacred, and that's like belong to her, then it's an issue.
I think to me it was just more so the fact that he just couldn't. It didn't seem like he could communicate with his own daughter about the fact of that, and just the dynamics of the family relationship on TV makes them seem so close. Why do you feel the need to do
publicly
all of that? And then like granted, her mom. He said her mom was there with him, or whatever the case may be. It just seems just extra. T.I. is so extra.
I think he's
and because he is a serial cheater, to me it's like the audacity.
See, that's why I disagree, because
But
he's still a dad.
And he can always be a father. You can still be the same father that trusts your daughter. So, what I'm saying, if your daughter would have said, no, daddy, I don't want to sign HIPAA for you to see, for my doctor to talk to you, then how would, he would have had to take her
taken
word.
no as a
Or would
answer?
he have fallen out with his daughter? Would he have
He
fallen out with
said
her?
that the moment that she decides to have sex, then he said, okay, the conversation changes. Like you want to make adult moves, then okay, these are some of the consequences. He said those are the conversations we have after the fact. He said if she was to tell him like, yeah, I'm having sex, he said, okay, now some of the things that you want, I mean, as your father, I'm supposed to protect and provide for you and do all these things. As a child, now you are making adult decisions. Now we got to change this conversation. These are some of the things you need to be responsible for, or you're going to have to make sure you're taken care of now that you want to make adult decisions.
So let me
I
say-
get it, but I feel like he should keep that same energy with his sons.
Hello.
I'm not
They out
pretty
there
sure.
fucking too.
He don't. He don't. Because
They are.
when that little boy went on tour, it was kiki when it came
right.
to him having sex on tour, and it was just
Yeah.
you better not get nobody pregnant.
I get it. I understand what you're saying,
Yeah,
but
I
keep
get
that same
that too.
energy with
But
all
let
your
me-
kids.
but let me tell you his
is
reason.
that
Let
why
me
you
tell
don't say nothing about Zanique because he's taken care of?
But Zanique is not.
But I mean, he's not. But it's still
But
somebody
she
he considers
stays,
his daughter.
but she has her own place too.
They stay together.
Yeah, that's true.
No, she stays with her boyfriend.
Zanique.
Oh.
Yes.
But
she's
she-
grown.
but
But
she-
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
So that's what I'm
yeah.
wondering. Is
He
it because
said that-
she's grown?
No,
and
let me tell you what he said
Okay.
the difference is. He said, when my sons get someone pregnant, my household does not change. That girl's household changes. My daughter is
That's a
pregnant.
double standard.
My household changes, which I totally understand.
that's-
I get that too.
My whole house, that baby gonna
But
be
have that
there.
same move
And
in
that's
order
the
for your
difference.
men, because
That's
they're
true.
creating children too.
That's
And
different.
your household should change,
But
because that child's gonna be visiting.
I know, be visiting, but they won't be living there every day, and
But
they
the
won't
female,
be.
the baby
And
gonna
the
be
baby
there.
changes.
Yeah.
That
And Deja
changes.
shouldn't be living there, either.
So let me put this scenario out there. So let's say he just asked her, hey, are you having sex?
Yeah.
No, Dad, I'm not having sex. Then she gets pregnant, right? Because she lied. She
She
was
lied.
having sex. So then she gets pregnant. Here comes the baby. Y'all want to say her privacy and all this other stuff. When she had that baby, is that still her privacy? Or does the dad need to help and pay for this and pay for that?
Exactly. That's the difference.
That's her
The
responsibility.
baby's father needs to be helping, and I mean,
she's a
Deja's
child, though.
Deja's 18. She's
But if you
making
grown
income
enough to-
somewhat.
18.
And that's what he said.
If you grown
If you
enough to
making
lay down,
now,
yeah.
you want to
You
lay
grown
down.
enough
Now
to-
your
yeah.
decisions have to. Our conversations change.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you want to be
Absolutely.
adult. Okay, fine. That's so.
But just
anything
knowing
that comes
Deja,
with-
or not knowing her, because I don't know that little girl. But just seeing her on, I had to clear that up. I know that baby. But just like seeing
Just knowing her and going to the same
Knowing
school.
her.
Yeah, I
and
know,
going together.
fucking, I used to babysit the baby. But like, just seeing her interactions a lot, I feel like she's a mentally bright and young woman, and she's not out here getting swooned by the nonsense because her father
Yeah.
did take care of her and handle everything.
I think people look scared to
You know
see
what
her.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
maybe,
anybody that's gonna date
But
her
she,
gonna have
to
she
look
can handle her own.
have to be a.
And she's shown
But
us
them kids
that.
know their daddy though.
Right.
So they know what they can get away with and can't
And
get away
can't
with.
get away with it. They know that. They know that.
He just looked
But
like T.I.
T.I.'s
the
also
personality of us.
controlling. We've seen that with the way he handled Tiny.
Yeah.
So I can assure you that Deja ain't trying to do that either because she ain't trying to hear her daddy mouth and take whatever he gonna take away because a lot of that
But
was silent
we all
threats.
didn't want to hear our parents' mouth about stuff, and we still did it. It didn't stop us from doing stuff we weren't
Yeah, that's
supposed to
true.
be doing.
That's true.
Right, but when you overprotective of your kids, they either do one or two things.
It's gonna be worse
They either do one or
if you
two things.
overprotective.
They either go out and do the exact
I
opposite.
think I don't
or-
care. Overprotected, underprotected. Kids gonna do what they want.
They gonna do what they want to do.
Some kids are just gonna try you, and some of them just gonna respect you, and they won't. It's just you gotta know your child.
And that's all I was saying.
You gotta know.
You must know your child. If you know your
And even
child,
when you
then
think
you
you
know
know
what
them.
to believe and what not to believe.
Think
And that's
more.
what that's what could have happened. He
Yeah.
know his child, so he
But
just
then-
want to go off of her answer.
Right. And then he probably just didn't even want to give her a chance to lie. Like,
Right.
you ain't got. I ain't got to ask you because I don't want you to have to lie to me.
Right. Yeah.
And we'll have a whole nother situation. Let me just make sure with the doctor.
And then the
that-
truth be told, the doctor can't really prove.
Well, that's what they were saying. Like, I mean,
No way to
Because
really
you can have sex
prove.
without it
And
being
still,
broken.
yeah.
So
Whatever the doctor could have been saying, whatever to make that man feel better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, true.
Because she could have
Yeah.
said, well,
She
I
could
don't
have
want
been
to know.
like, yeah,
Can you
Don't
exactly.
tell him. Yeah.
Because,
Exactly.
you know, if your doctor
Well,
cool, you can do
I
that.
don't think he can lie now.
She 18.
Like,
so
medically.
she's
Yeah,
of
now
like-
she's of age now. but
She's
you-
of age.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
because
of
she
age
probably
now.
would have said, "Don't tell him," and he was like, "I cannot disclose
And you
that
have to
information."
sign
Yeah.
HIPAA
Yes.
for it to be revealed. So she
Yes.
can say, yeah, it's fine, but she still got to sign documents because
Yes.
you can get sued. So if she signed a document, then yeah, he can see it.
And T.I.'s paying that bill, so I'm pretty sure the doctor want to go with whatever T.I.
No, the doctor gonna go with whatever gonna keep his job.
Whatever
And
HIPAA say.
HIPAA's
No,
gonna-
no, what I'm saying as far as like what you were saying, like if the doctor cool, and she asked the doctor to not tell him.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure the doctor gonna tell T.I. he the one paying that bill, and I'm pretty sure it's a very expensive doctor, so I'm pretty sure he gonna go whatever T.I.
Yeah, they definitely got a
wants.
private doctor for sure. But you know, well, men, we don't have you as a fantasy, but you guys
Yeah.
like us
We
for
just,
sure.
well, yeah, we
We
just
definitely
want-
need to
That's
know
crazy,
what's
right?
a
That we
fantasy.
really
I
don't.
know.
It did, like, the whole energy in the
A
room
fantasy.
shifted.
Like,
It
we really was
changed it.
confused. It was confused energy. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
because I was thinking about that earlier. Like, who would I have no idea. Like,
I
there's
don't
no
even have a
one.
celebrity crush. Like I don't
Me either,
really.
girl.
Be
That's
I'm
what I'm
tired.
tired.
Of them. I ain't gonna lie to you now, but
I don't.
What?
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know. Like, I be wanting to have it in my heart, but
Okay.
We ain't got no fantasy either.
Hush.
That's in y'all head.
Wait a minute.
Y'all got fantasy.
So men.
I
Okay,
think when
wait
you
a
just
minute.
say the word fantasy, that just seems so like
That's why I said at the
Unrealistic.
beginning, like, I
Yeah.
don't
mythical.
like the
Like
word
it's just like I
fantasy.
mean,
So y'all
like
just
that.
like
That's not a real
full-body women.
person. Like
'Cause
Okay.
I think it is mythical because, like you said, those women, you don't see them in the grocery store at work, in the car next to you. You never see these
But
people
they never single
ever.
either, so somebody see them.
Huh?
They never single either.
Because they're in
They never single?
because they're in the place where they can take advantage of corny rappers with money.
yeah,
That's
that's
where
why
they
most
are.
people, most of those women that's in the industry have to. They're dating people in that industry.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I never was really hard on Kim K. Because
Oh yeah, I love
when
her.
you're that status, you're gonna date people that's that status.
Yeah.
And all of those dudes that she was with, even Ray J with the sex tape,
Yeah.
those was her
That
boyfriends.
was her.
Yeah,
Yes,
she was with
exactly.
them. She wasn't being
exactly.
slutted out.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Exactly.
people
I never
just
really
are
looked at her
focused.
like that.
Me either.
She just
Yeah,
had
some
7
person-
famous
Even Lyra,
boyfriends.
she
Like,
dated all
She
these
has
men
seven.
except for like that last one.
yeah.
But
They're
yeah,
married.
She married twice, right? She got married.
She got married 3 times.
yeah, 3 times. That last one was like 60 days.
That was stupid. Yeah.
for no reason.
Who to
The white guy.
Chris-
That's what I was
Chris-
married.
Chris
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Humphries.
who was the third person she was married to?
That was the third one.
No, Kanye's her third.
Oh yeah,
Kanye,
Kanye.
yeah.
But
So who
she
was
got
before
married
Kanye?
when she was like
She
She was
19.
younger.
Oh.
Yeah. Another. Yeah.
Before the sex tape.
That don't count.
That don't count. Nothing before the sex tape
I know
counts.
that
count.
That
Oh,
don't
that's,
count.
that's when her life started.
Like, we're just gonna
That's
pick
when
up
she
there.
first became a millionaire off that damn tape.
Whole time.
She sold
That
her
damn
own tape.
Prince is smart now.
Yeah, she sold her own tape.
So to answer the question, does men prefer conservative or fantasy? What do we say?
Conservative.
Conservative.
Yeah, they definitely prefer.
Conservative.
But they want some.
I would say
yeah,
that they
they
pump
want a
fake
little
fantasy.
spice though.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
I really
fantasy.
think there was an era where the video girl became popular and it
Video
became a thing.
Back in the 90s.
And
Melissa
we
Ford.
as men went through that whole phase of wanting that.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, I was posting WCWs
Yeah.
of those video girls and stuff like that. I think we went through that phase. We saw what that is. We now know what that is, and it's not that no more. We don't.
Is
That's,
Maya wholesome? Is she conservative or fantasy? Maya, the singer.
Oh,
I
Maya.
would say she's conservative.
I would say she. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's definitely
I
conservative.
just wondered.
Yeah. She's sexy though.
Because I know you used to always throw up picture of WCW.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think men prefer conservative.
Yeah. So start being conservative
I
on
am
Instagram.
conservative.
Y'all did not play. Look, y'all don't play me.
Look, she-
Nah, you wanna go back and
Look, now
look.
she going to her page and check it.
Let's count.
I'll follow you. I ain't gonna see that.
I'm conservative. Don't listen to these people. I'm conservative.
But give
Feel like
give
you're
him,
having to prove yourself.
give him your Instagram.
I just told them.
Oh, don't tell them again. So it's cool.
They listened before. They got
Right.
They got it.
Do your own investigation.
Right.
So So, ladies, it was lovely having y'all.
Yes.
Conversation was great as I already expected it to
Wonderful meeting you, ladies.
Yes.
be. Make sure you check these ladies out. You saw their perspectives, so you know great conversation can come from that.
Right.
Anybody got anything else to say? Y'all want to give them where they can find your podcast again?
Follow our podcast is on anywhere, Google, Spotify,
Apple
Apple,
Music.
Anchor, yeah. So
We just wrapped up season 1, 10 episodes. If you have nothing to do tomorrow, Saturday morning when you're
just
cleaning your
play
house.
it in the car, play it. Y'all ain't just play it in the car. When y'all cleaning, do that.
Yeah, catch up, because by the time January comes around,
Yeah.
Season two is
Number
2020.
We got some good topics for season 2.
oh, that first one.
That
yeah.
first one gonna be real good.
That first one gonna be, it's
Oh.
gonna hit
What is it?
different.
I wanna tell them what it is.
Aaron?
We can't tell you.
We can't
No,
tell
we
you.
can't
We
tell
can't
you.
tell you.
No.
We'll tell you what it is after the
We'll
fact.
tell you.
Okay.
You can't talk about it.
After this.
Yeah.
And don't talk about it on your podcast.
I
We can't tell you. We're not gonna tell you. No, we're not gonna tell you.
I probably already talked about it.
No, you didn't.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
You
Oh,
gotta scroll
no,
through
you
my-
ain't talked about this.
You haven't talked.
Oh, so now y'all gonna tell me. Y'all gonna tell me. If I ain't talked about it, I talk about a lot
You have
of
not
shit.
talked about
You probably
this.
have.
Never?
You probably have.
Never.
This is something
No, he has
that
not.
women's, like, yeah.
He's talking about threesomes and stuff. He's not talking about this specifically.
Oh, if it's specifically to women, I ain't gonna talk about
Yeah.
it.
No, it's not about women. It's about men.
Well,
But it is about women.
yeah, it's
both.
about women.
It's more about women.
Ooh,
All right.
Sound
well,
juicy.
Have you on the show with us?
I know.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
down.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
For real.
So, this has been, it's been great.
Yes.
Good
Yes,
thing in the
one time.
podcast, another episode. See y'all next time.
Bye.